Oh, I like that one.
That's cute.
How
That's not an
fucking
eclipse.
dare you? Oh shit.
On the cast. Hello?
Andrew, you might wanna
see
change
it.
yourself.
I
Yeah.
think it might be more
Who's this?
convenient.
Who's this guy? Where did Eclipse go?
Don't worry about
Another
him.
edgelord.
Excuse
Oh.
you. Another Eclipse isn't edgy.
Oh.
It's
Okay, let's
He's,
get
granted,
to
it's
he's
not a
edgy in
very
his own
high
ways.
it's not a very high bar for you to claim that a character is not your edgiest character.
I never claimed he wasn't my edgiest. I'm just saying Eclipse isn't edgy.
And your mic is working, Jake, by the way.
Yes, I know. I had to turn it on because it wasn't showing up on OBS. But we should be good, I think. Are we good to go? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear yourselves? Can you guys hear
I
the
love
game on the
I
stream or
love how
something? I don't know.
Andy's thing is still the largest out of everyone.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
Even in
lore
the
This is the largest.
Lore accurate.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, exactly. Lore accurate Syraxis. But let's actually let's begin. Holy moly. Holy moly moly moly.
Holy moly.
Holy moly. Let's pick up where we had left off. Last we had left off, our wonderful little party of adventurers had made their way within Free Reach 2. One gigantic ball, of which some of them had been kind of invited to, and all of you were brought into specifically as a bodyguard, as a kind of, person to ensure that your good friend Olifa is doing okay during the entirety of the ball, but mainly to serve as an excuse to potentially get you in and do whatever it is that you guys were supposed to do, which, if you recall correctly, was to potentially determine if this tattoo artist that is the one who is being celebrated to having been engaged with one of the House Wardan's sons, see if they can potentially give you information on where, Rexus's rival, another Dragonborn, currently is, or to potentially just gather some usable information from them in regards to these strange occurrences that have been occurring in your city and out of. You guys had made your way into the actual Lord's Ward, had a little bit of a celebration previously with, playing some party games. Some of you won some of you did not. And now
I
we
got
find
a fanny pack
ourselves.
of doom.
This is true. Oh, what color did you say? What color did we roll last time?
Yellow.
Was it yellow? Okay, right.
Yellow.
That should be fun. I mean, what?
Just going off of the numerics of the list that you provided me, yellow
Yes.
was 7.
It is yellow. That is the one that you got. The bag is currently yellow after you attuned to it.
Yes.
As of this current moment, you guys are kind of just wandering up towards the actual large, almost crystalline building that sits itself at the top of this kind of like almost rising cliff that originates from the actual Lord's Ward itself. All of you glancing towards the actual, building itself, it is like a little bit of a squat. It almost looks like a kind of almost amphitheater kind of building with large glass windows that kind of dot every single surface that is vertical. You can see the various different arching glass roofs that spot the top areas of it. A small tower rising out of the top, where it kind of looks like a little bit of squat. But the rest of the building itself is rather beautiful, and as of this current moment, you can see what appears to be these like large, powerful, floating lights that are just kind of like dancing around the area. Some of them emitting these bright, almost focused lights that seem to be shining among various members of the crowd, while in other portions of it, you can see it's just casting this wide, dim light across the entirety of the area, lighting the beautiful, beautiful, lightly snow-covered streets as you advance forward. Though it is snow-covered, the actual area itself is still relatively warm, to the point where it's probably somewhere around 68, 70 to 75 Fahrenheit in the 15 to 20 degree kind of range. for Celsius. It's comfortable, not but chilly.
Gross. Why can't it be cold?
But yeah, as you kind of glance forward, you can definitely see that the normal guests are essentially expected to have arrived before 8. And kind of checking your clock, I am going to wind this back to about 7:45, which is, I think, where the time would kind of be, where Alepha would have just tried to kind of push you guys to actually go to the venue, as the arrival time was approximately. What the fuck was that?
Sorry, I clicked on shield and apparently it has a sound effect.
Oh,
It's
That
like a
sound
little
effect really
chime.
portrays, that sound effect really portrays and gives off the vibe of Shield. Very good
Uh,
option.
Yeah, I thought that was like a time reversal thing. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is happening?
Time stop. Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo, someone just cast time stop. What the fuck? No, but yeah,
I've
as you
been
guys are-
holding out on all of you. Moon magic, bitch.
Truly. But yeah, as
Darcy's actually level 20.
oh my god, if only he wishes.
I kind of do, kind of don't.
Well, we'll get there maybe eventually. We'll see. But yeah,
Level
as
20
you guys,
only because I can do some funky shit. Level
Let me
but not
continue!
because-
as you guys are walking up the actual hill itself, I will leave you guys to have your talks after I finish my descriptions.
I'm sorry.
As you guys are walking up the hills, you can see that there are various other folks who have been invited to kind of participate in the actual festivities. Is there anybody actually properly paying attention to the people who are kind of like wandering into the area, whether you want to or not?
Yeah,
same with-
I'm trying to keep at least a vague perception out for. I don't remember who it was. It was either me or Eclipse that realized that there was somebody invisible.
Yes.
It's funny that you have to ask who it was.
Well, I know that you almost certainly did, but you sometimes you have shit rolls.
It was
Let's
me.
get
All
on
right,
it.
I did it. Oh, look at that! A dice
Kitty.
prompter.
Kitty, please.
Wow, that's embarrassing. I rolled a 4.
Calasto.
Case
all
in
rolled
point,
like shit.
sometimes you
What the
roll
fuck?
shit.
Okay, is he here?
Also, yeah,
Yes.
can you hear?
He didn't even roll with the thing. Oh my
Fucking
god.
this guy, dude.
This guy.
Oh, I'm busy.
This
Sorry.
fucking guy.
You're busy.
I'm busy.
I'm a busy person. You wouldn't understand.
Also,
What
your
could
AC is
possibly
only
be more
15.
important than rolling fake dice with your friends?
True. Come
I'm
on,
making
man. No,
dinner.
it's fine. But
Also, hey, your AC is only 15? That's kind of crazy.
as just numbers. It's just numbers. It's not real. But as you guys are kind of like wandering up to the actual area itself, glancing about, the majority of you are kind of too enthralled by the various different displays, the lights, the various different fanciful things that most of you probably haven't seen, though some of you may have seen in passing. Thraxis, you'd be a little bit aware of it, not necessarily like, too into it, but it still distracts you. However, for Saros and Celesto, the two of you are paying a little bit more attention to the actual crowd, the people. Not necessarily because it's not distracting, but you're able to focus a little bit more in that moment. And you do see, not necessarily quite a large kind of grouping of people, but you do see what appears to be, several figures that you may potentially recognize. Let me go find the list here. Would either of you be aware of this person? Give me a history check.
I feel like no, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, Saros, why not for fun? Celesto for fun. Oh, actually, both of you are vaguely aware of who this is. You've probably seen his
God.
face. Well, you didn't even see the person, Zane. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
right. Well,
But
I failed it anyways.
that's okay. But for both Saros and Celesta, the two of you kind of like just thinking about it, you've actually seen this guy's face very commonly plastered around, especially in like propaganda posters or recruitment posters, things like that that are specifically tailored towards relatively young adults who are trying to join up in some sort of maybe military kind of thing. Both of you actually spot just kind of mingling with the crowd. One, Lord Aston Ordon, the current ruling father of House Ordon, currently surrounded by this relatively large group of random folks here and there trying to gather his attention. Let me give you his picture. Give me a moment.
Like, does he do like the World War II? Like, we want you.
Yeah,
Like-
basically. You've basically seen like we want you to join the Ordon army kind of things. Basically all over the place. But yeah, you can see that he's currently like sporting some sort of relatively friendly smile and having this conversation with various different members of this large crowd that seems to be surrounding him, which you do notice is pretty heavily female leaning. Though there is a few kind of gentlemen scattered within the crowds. But yeah, this is one of the kind of main principal people that you see. You also see what appears to be an elvish couple. Fully elvish, as in not from the Midlands elvish. You can see that they're sporting what appears to be these like light blue and green cloaks that seem to almost drape and float over the actual ice and snow that they walk over. And they appear almost like ethereal and ever so slightly terrifying. Neither of them really seem to be paying attention to the actual crowds around them, and they just seem to be kind of like drifting in and out. You see people getting out of their way relatively quickly just to basically avoid their ire, from the best that you can tell, but they don't necessarily seem to be interacting with any of the folks. But it is a sight, to say the very least. Let's see here. You do see the far in the back distance, walking up towards the actual building itself, maybe like less than a kilometer behind you guys, or less than 0.7 miles behind you guys, is what appears to be the group that you guys had originally potentially antagonized by existing. The few paladins that seems to be surrounding and kind of protecting this short dwarvish lass, which basically she just disappears behind all of their mass as they're kind of walking around, essentially forming a full circle around her and just kind of like walking towards the actual building itself. They don't necessarily seem to be beelining or anything, but they are definitely making their way towards the actual hall itself. You of course have Alepha with you, and off in the distance you can see, I don't know if I introduced this guy before, but you can see like an older gentleman, probably like 50s, a little bit portly, big mustache, and is just laughing at basically anything that he can hear. And he's really loud. Like, it is obnoxiously loud how loud he's laughing. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You also see actually, I don't think you guys would recognize them. Okay, yeah, you wouldn't recognize them. You do see a white-scaled dragonborn currently walking alone with what appears to be like this large rose that almost seems to decorate one of their horns, which has been broken off. And they're just kind of like walking about, tall, relatively handsome, and yeah, one of their horns is broken off, and in its place is this like large kind of blood red rose. That's just, they're kind of walking about, heading towards the actual venue itself, followed and trailed by quite a decent amount of very beautiful men and women. But yeah, this is for the most part the large varieties of people that you can see that are in the streets themselves, or at the very least the ones that you kind of have made note of. But yeah, as you guys make your way towards the actual venue itself, is there anything else that you guys would like to do before you arrive?
Can we spend the whole session exploring?
You can. I'm not going to stop you, but I feel like
We can't do this again.
Release me!
Like 4 sessions.
I feel
Okay.
like someone's getting cucked, and it's not me because I know what's gonna happen. You know.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
what?
clearly
No, I don't know
have-
what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nothing's
So,
gonna happen.
okay, as a party, let's discuss the game plan. So, several of us will go with Alepha, and one of us will sneak off.
Yeah, it's
to-
me. It's me, you, and Reggie going with Miss Alepha. Syraxis and
Going in
Soros
there
are
too.
staying out here and patrolling. And those two are going off doing something that we cannot speak about.
That's not exactly true. Zane said he was going in there as well.
I can sneak about and then come back in too, right?
Are we doing that shit first?
I don't know when do the dances begin?
Are you asking Alepha, or are you asking?
Just the
Well,
group.
she told us.
Yeah, she told you that at approximately 8 is when like the normal guests arrive. Between 8 and 10 is kind of like the mingling, kind of trying to get to know people, finding out who might be there potentially, even with all the masks on and such. And then at around 10 o'clock is where there is a dinner. At approximately midnight, there is the actual beginnings of the dance, which usually begins with a dance from the hosts. In this case, it is most likely the two who are being celebrated today.
Right. So, after the dinner, at roughly 10, is when the dancing starts. And that is when we will know exactly where she is, because traditionally, it's going to be the hosts dancing first.
Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, but ideally, wouldn't they also be there for the dinner?
Most likely, yes.
I feel like they should stand out.
I would assume as well.
Oh, if you can identify them, yeah, with the mask,
should-
probably
should
let
be-
themselves known.
Are they wearing masks?
They're
Assume
the
everyone's
hosts.
wearing
It's a
masks.
little bit of a faux pas for the hosts to wear a mask.
I feel like it should be easy to piece together, judging by everyone surrounding them.
Either
Oh,
way,
look around. Everyone's surrounded.
Either way, you sneak out whenever you think is best.
Yeah, we can do our thing. I'll just get back in time for the dances.
We're doing this during the dinner then.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
All right. So you guys are heading to the actual venue itself now?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you walk towards the very front, where you can see a series of guards, maybe about just over a dozen, several who are just kind of watching around the area, several who are actually kind of checking guest passes, looking at the guests, identifying them, noting them down on various different places and such. And there's like 2 who are specifically, looking at guests and kind of like, storing away various different things as they walk in. Some of them are taking jackets, some of them are taking, weapons, items, scrolls, various different things, and they're kind of being put into this rather large, what appears to be box, just behind them. But yeah, as you guys are walk up, you kind of, feel the line moving relatively smoothly. Who is actually going to be going with Alepha in this case? you do see around you that there is a large variety of like tough mercenary types, guards, paladins, several other groups of folks who are just kind of like walking around the outside of the actual venue itself. Just, for show, you would think. There's quite a lot of them in like matching uniforms. There is also a lot of guards kind of mingling with them, but they don't seem to be necessarily going anywhere. At your best guess, probably some sort of, retinue of guards and such, or personal bodyguards and such that are not necessarily wanting to deposit weapons. But yeah, what would you guys like to do? I mean, you're approaching with Alepha, and she kind of glances back to see who is actually going with her.
Well, that's Darcy, Celeste. That's Darcy, Celesta, Reggie.
So Darcy, Celesto, Reggie are going in.
And
Who
also
is-
has Reggie's
sorry.
weapon and
Yep.
shield.
Reggie is actually sorry. Did you say you still had Reggie's weapon and shield?
Yeah, I have it in my bag.
Yeah, as of this current
And
moment, you could see that like the people outside, they're not like open carrying weapons, but a lot of them have like scabbards, shields, various different things just strapped to their bodies on the outside. Like they're not hiding their weapons, but they're not necessarily like putting them out for show. Like they're trying to be subtle about it for the most part. So if you wanted to, wait, since Reggie is going in, you're carrying his weapons using your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys kind of walk up, the four of you can see that Alepha does like a little bit of a spin. She shows her invitation to them. The guard actually takes a look, confirms her identity, marks her off on a list, and kind of like asks for the three of you to come forward for an inspection, in which you get patted down by one guard, and then you get studied by what appears to be like a robed man. Where did you put your pocket again?
Like when you have a suit jacket and it's like your chest pouch.
Right.
It's like that one.
Is it on the outside or is it the inside one?
The inside one.
Okay. I'm going to need you to give me a sleight of hand check just to see if you can potentially hide it from the observers and friskers.
Okay. Not stealth, right?
I mean, I would say you could do it with stealth if you so wished, because this is kind of like a full body of movement. It's not necessarily just like a little bit of a thing, right? I could say you could do either stealth or sleight of hand.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, what other magical items are you carrying on you, Celesto?
Check. Okay, so I think
I feel like
everything is
The most obvious one is the arm, right?
That's like
That's partially magical
Weapons?
at the very least, but for actual weapons,
Yeah, the arm. Oh yeah, his arm is magical. His weapons are in the bag.
Mhm. So they wouldn't show up, but the bag itself, specifically the pocket, would show up because you unfortunately didn't hide it well enough. But yeah, as you're kind of like just
Well,
doing a little bit of
The
a
whole coat, right, the whole coat itself is magical because his infusion's on the coat.
Oh, okay. What's the infusion on the actual coat itself? Is it the defense infusion, or is it a different one, or is it just the
Uh,
bag of
it's like
holding, and that's
the-
like that counts as the entire cloak?
It's this one. Oops.
Fusion's mind sharpener. Rose. Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely see that because your entire cloak is kind of like magical. You do see the like the one who's robed kind of gesture towards your cloak. Sir, you mind if we just do a little bit of an inspection on your cloak, just to make sure it's nothing nefarious?
Of course.
All right. He kind of do you take it off or do you?
No, I keep it on. I just like keep it on and I just let him inspect.
All right. He kind of like You could see the rogue individual kind of go over the entirety of the thing, and his eyes are glowing the entire time. And he points at the inner pocket where it says, "You got a different type of magic here. What's going on here?"
You know, it's just my robe pocket. And then I'll pull out like I
What do you pull out?
pull like some
Pulls out a
food.
sword.
He pulls out the fucking BB and J.
Oh no.
Out some like water.
Is that a pocket of holding?
It's like a more like an expanded pouch.
Which is a pocket of holding? Are
You
you
could say
carrying
that doesn't
weapons
hold
on
that
you,
much.
sir?
Of course not.
Give me a deception check.
No.
Good lord.
Also sweating.
He kind of looks at you. He could see that you're visibly nervous. And like Alepha, off to the side, you can see she's like rubbing the bridge of her nose. But you kind of look nervous, and he's like, "I mean, are you serious? You know that's not allowed, right?"
What do you mean?
If I might extend an apology for my companion, this is he's still new to the bodyguard business. We are
Yeah.
we are
And at this current moment, there is no weapons to be taken within this area. There is
very
no
well.
trinkets for casting. There is no material components. You are not allowed to bring any of them. This is strictly a social encounter.
Okay.
Yes, we understand.
Fine. Let me give my coat away to my other fellow bodyguards.
Yes, if you wish to keep your pocket of holding, you may stay outside.
I'll just take off my coat. I take it off. I'll give it.
You glance over at Reggie, and you can see he's like visibly a little bit slumped. But you know, he seems to keep his thing like wits about him at the very least. But yeah,
I mean, Reggie at least is wearing armor, I
yeah,
believe. So
yeah, he is, and he gives. Who do you give your cloak to?
I'll give it to. Give it to. Who's staying outside? Syraxis and Soros.
Syraxis and Saros are.
Yes.
I'll put the Saros.
Okay, yeah, you hand it to Saros. Saros, you have now the cloak of one Celestial. The guard kind of like looks you over again. And the arm.
Well, they cannot take it off.
Give me a persuasion check. Wait, can you take it off? I'm pretty sure you can't, right? Like it's
I can't.
literally attached to you. What, you can?
Yeah, I cannot.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of looks at you. Fine.
I like roll up my sleeve and I show like how entwinedly it's attached to my flesh.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you. Don't go looking for trouble.
Of course. Yeah, I'm not here for trouble. I'm just a bodyguard.
He just looks at you.
Syrax is just looking at him with the emoji. Like, really?
Yeah,
He's young.
he looks towards Darcy. You should have brought him somewhere low key for his first gig.
Yes,
see,
I
like,
know. Unfortunate, but you know how it is. Business is business, and we have to take what we can get.
Remember,
you see like the
no
sweat stain.
hitting other people. You get that? Don't injure. Don't attempt to injure. Don't look to injure. Don't do anything.
For the sake of reference, self-defense. That is the only situation in which that would be allowed, correct?
If someone else is already in the midst of attempting to hurt you, you are allowed to self-defend, but you would be best behaviored not to kill them. Please.
Understandable.
You're from this city. No, you're not. You look like you are. God. Look,
Wait, who's he saying this to?
he's looking at you.
Mm,
Look.
No, I'm from a little further south, Ardalon.
That's why. You gave me big city vibes. Okay, alright, but look, just the mountain of paperwork that all of us are going to have to fill if something goes wrong or if something happens. Right? I don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, right?
No, certainly
None of us
not.
want that
I
trouble. So please.
Not to worry. I will make certain that my coworker here is on his best behavior.
I would expect you to. Please.
Yeah.
Proceed. He kind of gestures inward, and you can see Olafa just like kind of standing sheepishly just inside because you guys have actually been like holding up the line a little bit. But yeah, she kind of like, "Oh, okay, see, that was fine. Let's go. Are you okay? She kind of looks at you, Celesta.
Yeah. I'm fine. Celeste's like pits are like
Yeah.
so dark.
Yeah. My dear. She brings out like a handkerchief, hands it to you, and like starts wiping your brow over your mask, and like underneath it, you're going to ruin your mask. Try and sweat a
Oh.
little less. Or at least
Oh,
don't
yeah,
appear
just-
so nervous. People are going to notice.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
But we've been let in?
Yep, you've been let in. The three of you kind of walk forward, and yeah, the extravagance and beauty of your kind of setup, well, specifically Alefa's setup, is kind of beginning to show. You can see her dress begins to almost unfurl a little bit. It gets longer and kind of like more. How do you even describe this? It feels like the actual silk and kind of like satin, the various different, almost opaque fabrics begin to layer over one another and almost grow in size until the point where it almost looks like she's kind of walking forward to the point where, like she's followed by this like small rolling hill to a point before she actually properly enters the room at large, which is, through the actual corridor of which you guys have been walking through. And at that point, you can see the actual rolling satin kind of like separates from her actual robe itself. And it begins to kind of like fly upwards before it transforms into this like black and purple dragon that just kind of explodes in an area of just cloth and kind of sinew, or just like cloth and string. And it's a beautiful show before the rest of it just begins to kind of gather back up onto her dress. And you can see amongst the actual crowd itself, they're all kind of watching the entrances. Some of them giving like little polite claps. There's a few go, woo! It's quite the show. But she kind of like takes a little bit of a bow before steering off to the side and kind of dragging the three of you along with her.
Also, Jake, just to make sure, after they were done bothering Celesta, they just let us all through, right?
They only let the four of you through. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, did you have anything on you? Oh,
I
you have the bag. Oh
I
yeah,
have
you
the
have the bag. Okay, then you wouldn't have been let through, and we are going to recall all of that for a little bit later. But the same guy with like the hood and kind of like wearing the mage robes, he looks at you. Bag.
Yes,
about?
I'm not entirely certain. I retrieved the bag from down the festival grounds. It seemed to be purely aesthetic.
Yellow bag. Really?
It changes colors. It's supposed to... It's why I'm wearing it underneath my coat like this, you see, so it's not particularly visible.
Does it do
Trying to
anything?
It's supposed to have some sort of visual effect relating to each color.
Give me a deception check. Oh my god. He kind of looks
Darcy
at
is
you.
Darcy is very good at lying.
he kind of looks at you, crosses his arms. It's fine, whatever. Just remember, no trouble, no tricks.
Most certainly.
And you, boy, what is that? You see, you see Reggie look very confused. Me? Yes, you. What are you talking about? He kind of looks down at himself. Wait, am I carrying something? Give me a second. I need to go check Reggie's inventory. I'm pretty sure he has something.
Well, his weapon was in the coat.
Yeah.
His armor's not magical.
Oh no. Oh yeah, no. He kind of digs a large stone out of his pocket. Oh, do you mean this? Yes. That. What is that? Oh, it's it's an emergency heal thing. Like, I can help other people not die. It's for protection. God, his charisma was so terrible. Oh my god.
Oh.
You see the guy just look at him. Why do I not believe you? Because this is also my first time.
I have seen that rock. I have seen that rock work personally. It does simply heal.
I'm sorry, but I can't take you at word value. If he hadn't rolled a 1, he would have been like, maybe considered it, but no. No, can't. Go toss it with the cloak or whatever with one of your friends outside. You're not allowed to keep this on you.
As you say.
Okay. He kind of walks over, hands the rock to Saros, walks back sad. But then at that point, you guys are let in.
Not to worry, Reggie. They're only doing their job. Me walking in with the equivalent of a tactical nuke
I
potentially.
mean, to be fair, Reggie doesn't know your bank does anything. So he kind of full-heartedly believes that what you lied to the guard about. Oh. So he's like, I get it. But like, come on, Well, that was the same one that I had just been playing.
To be fair, they took Celesteo's coat as well, and that has a gun in it. He's saying that quietly.
Well, yeah.
He's saying that very quietly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I get it. It's fine. I'll knock someone out if I have to.
That's okay. I mean,
My
my weapons are
fists.
magic.
It's a rather fancy home. I'm sure you'll find something heavy enough.
Oh, I'm sure. I could toss some tough stuff around. He kind of like flexes and just like does a little bit of
Exactly that. There you go.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna start looking out for stuff. Miss Aletha, I'll be right back. And he just kind of like scampers off around the room looking for things. But you can see that Aletha has kind of like found a spot at a nearby area. Just like you could see these like almost like floating signs with various different kind of lettering and various different kind of wording just like floating in the air, some to designate the various different areas of which people are kind of coming in, some to just generally designate the people that are with. And as you see Alepha kind of walk over towards an area that seems to have been marked for her, as soon as she gets to it, you can see like this small golden coin almost seems to appear on her shoulder. And on top of the actual coin itself, you can see her name is kind of emblazoned upon it. And also this symbol of what appears to be like a red dragon that's kind of like, just showing off a little bit. And as you're glancing at it, the longer you look at it, the more kind of like drawn in you feel. But it doesn't necessarily, scream anything specific at you, but seems to be just some sort of identifier, maybe. But and as soon
Do I
as she
see-
gets it, all of you also get it.
Oh. Just with our names on it or just hers?
Just hers.
Okay. Do I see other people walking around with these coins?
Oh,
With
yeah.
presumably different names?
Almost every single person in the room, except for the ones who are literally like just walking in, have these like small coins with them.
Okay.
Um,
I have a question. Were we
What's up?
allowed to wear armor in?
yeah, you were allowed to
Or-
wear armor in.
Oh shit. I thought we weren't allowed to.
I mean, you're allowed to wear armor in so long as it's like it fits the theming, kind of. Reggie is just in full plate, but he's got like a cloak with it, so he kind of looks like he fits the theming, and he still has his masquerade mask on. But for the most part, any armor would have been fine, so long as you tried a little bit to make it on brand.
Okay.
I'm so glad most of my spells only require verbal or somatic.
But yeah, you guys were essentially frisked for anything that would allow you to cast spells, use as a weapon, and whatnot. You actually see Reggie come back, and he's like, "I tried to pick up the vase. I think it's glued down. Anything that's like loose around the room feels like it's been tethered or like glued to the surfaces. I can't move any of it."
Well, that's certainly a way to keep someone from stealing things.
Well, I don't know if it's like stealing or just preventing us from using it as weapons. Is this place like that dangerous? It feels dangerous. Is it for me?
Whether or not it's dangerous, it's a security precaution.
I mean, I get it. I guess I get it. Yeah, but as soon as you guys
All
kind of
the-
like enter the actual
All the more
area itself-
reason. All the more reason to be alert, though, Reggie.
There. All three of you can give me a perception check at this point. Those who are outside can also give me a perception check. For a different reason.
Those of us outside, he said.
Yep, outside.
Yippee! Perception.
Okay. So for those of you who are on the inside, specifically Celeste and Darcy, I'll make one for Reggie as well. Where's his sheet? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna make a perception check for Reggie as well.
I'm pretty sure you can click on the little party tracker that you have now on like Reggie's picture, and it will
Oh,
bring
I
up the-
totally forgot he's also in there. Oh,
Yeah, he's right smack in the middle.
oh yeah, he is. Huh. Would you look at that? But yeah, no. Reggie on the inside, alongside Celesto, just kind of glancing around. You guys see a few of the people who you guys had kind of encountered outside, beginning to join in with the festivities as well. You can see several people beginning to actually enter the area. With like this loud and kind of robust announcement, you definitely see Lord Aston Ordon walk in. At his hand is someone who you don't really recognize. It appears to be some woman. She's also fancily dressed in this like various different kind of things. And the only reason you recognize him to be Lord Aston Ordon was because he actually put his mask on after he had gotten to the actual venue itself, not before. And while you guys were observing him outside, he wears the exact same clothes that he was wearing on the outside. And has this what appears to be just like this flamboyant kind of almost military type of uniform, but with this like long draping cape that kind of dances behind him. And it's announced with like fanfare, a lot of music, and a lot of attention to the area, but not necessarily strictly speaking about who it is. After that, you can see someone arrive, and like as soon as they walk in, it almost feels like the entirety of the area begins to smell like red wine, and quite a strong kind of red wine. But it's somehow mixed with this undertone of like almost nostalgia or a wanting or like a feeling of better times. This man kind of walks in, does a little bit of a spin. He seems to be wearing a relatively regular mask. He has this like black curly hair that kind of drapes over just over his ears, and he does like a little bit of a bow. And as soon as he bows, you can see various bottles of champagne literally pop out of nowhere surrounding him and begin to just like fly over to every single cup that seems to be empty. including ones that some waiters are just beginning to fill, and then they all just kind of stop back up and let the bottles kind of fill. And there's this beautiful red wine that seems to fill all of them. There's a few beside you if you so wish to try it as well. But yeah, you can see he takes a kind of bow and then eventually just enters the actual room itself to mix in with some of the others. If you're interested, you can make a perception check to see what coin he has afterwards. If you're not interested, that's perfectly understandable.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I would.
So make the
I'd-
perception now.
You would not be able to make this check because you are not inside, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just a perception
I-
check.
Okay.
Let's look.
Yeah.
What's he got?
Both of you see the coin that kind of sports over his shoulder as he begins to kind of walk around. You don't see any bodyguards with him, but it says House Matthews, which both of you are aware very much is the house that is well known to have kind of the basically full control of the alcohol business in the Midlands. They are very well known as House Matthews. There's quite a few different brands that they produce, and probably some of the best wine in the continent, really. But yeah. Afterwards, you guys see the white dragonborn with the rose that replaces one of his horns kind of walk in as well, followed by this large coalition of beautiful men and women who begin to kind of like dance and spin, and they have these like very elaborate sets of silk and satin that kind of like almost reminisces and becomes, as they spin, it seems to form almost like shapes and different colors and various different things. And you can see it specifically forms what appears to be almost a rose as each of them begins to dance on the spot. Some of them red, some of them white, some of them blue, and various different colors as they kind of enter the actual room itself. And he kind of takes a bow, and in that bow, these sharp spikes almost seem to erupt from the actual robes that these people are wearing. Before you'd realize it's not really spikes, it's more like, what do I call this? It's like ribbons that kind of like pop out and just spin around them before they all kind of seem to gather and move off. With those rolls, I would say that you can see that they actually have House Larv as the actual coin that they hold. And every single person there has the House Larv coin. The like relatively beautiful kind of men and women just begin to immediately split off from the White Dragonborn and just begins to kind of like begin to mingle with the entirety of the party as they just begin to spread out. On the outside, as we go back out there, Staros, Syraxis, Eclipse, and Zane, you guys watch as a few kind of people begin to approach. Zane, you specifically spot Cynthia in the crowd as she looks a little bit nervous. You very much easily recognize her because, well, you're the one who kind of helped with a lot of her current getup. Her mask is on slightly lopsided, but she looks beautiful. Her dress is wonderful, and she's kind of like nervously just walking up on her lonesome. And you do see what appears to be like someone else walking beside her, just trying to have a conversation with her, which she is completely ignoring. It seems to be one of her friends. The other woman is like maybe a little bit shorter and just trying to have a conversation, but she doesn't seem to be taking any of it. And then in that very brief moment, as you're taking a look at her, you have a bit of a smile on your face before immediately a feeling of dread seems to come over you as you spot the two elvish figures walking just maybe about 15-20 meters behind her. So the two of them have masks on. It is so strange because within your own body you immediately tense and a burning sensation begins to creep over your back. You recognize both of them. People you thought you had escaped. Before the world kind of pulled back out and back into the rest of the event, where as you guys watch and kind of glance forward, you see this set of paladins kind of beginning to walk forward with this short dwarvish lass. Are you guys trying to hide yourselves from the paladins who are advancing forward?
I can take them, joking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, what was that in? Straxus?
I just said uh-oh when he said that.
I mean, I probably walk behind, the big man himself, just in case. Because obviously they didn't only see Zane, they saw me as well.
Yeah. So the two of you can give me a stealth check if you so wish.
Oh boy.
You don't have to hide. Oh
Yeah,
my
but it's probably
god!
okay. Well,
Zane's a pussy.
Yeah. Syraxis, Saros, the two of you kind of like glance at this crowd. You're like, wow, cool. You glance back to check if Zane and like Eclipse are still behind you. Both of them have disappeared. They are nowhere to be seen. You don't even see
already-
like traces of them. You see a singular like brownish hair that seems to be floating in the air behind you, but you're like, where the fuck did they go?
Yeah, I just do like a like kind of double take around me and just be like, huh. Well, alrighty then.
They were very eager to get to the mission, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess yep. More power to them.
Also, I guess at this moment, Zane would just be like starting to like sweat profusely and like maybe hyperventilating.
I would say Eclipse has no issues noticing this because I'm guessing the two of you like snuck off together.
assumedly, I guess.
Zane, did you guys want to sneak off together, or did you want to like do it on your own?
Yeah, I assume we'd sneak off together.
Okay. The two of you kind of like sneak off to one of the nearby alleys and just like hide yourselves to the point where, even if they were to look your way, they wouldn't be able to see you. And immediately as you kind of arrive at the actual back alley, you can see that Zane's having like a physical reaction. He seems to be sweating. You can see he like grabs the wall and like he almost like grips it to the point where like you can see his knuckles going white.
Hey, man, you good?
Zane just ignores or doesn't ignore that, but he's just like so like shaken up that he just does not say anything. He just seems to like keep getting worse.
Alright, definitely not good. Yeah, I'm probably like the worst person for this. Listen to me. Take a couple deep breaths, center yourself, think about what you want to do, and calm down a little bit. It's definitely gonna help you.
Uh, you just see like Zane's trying to calm himself down, and he's slowly taking deep breaths. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Almost see he's not only like physically troubled, but can see like mentally he's just fighting something.
Hey man, take all the time you need. It's definitely not gonna be any good for you if you decide to walk back out there right now.
Yeah. 'Cause if that happened, either I or those fuckers will die.
And we don't want a big big spectacle here just yet, you know?
Something's gonna happen tonight. I'm sure of it.
That bad?
I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Someone has to die tonight.
Well, how about you calm down and you tell me as much as you want about why?
Those fuckers from House Alwyn.
Ulev,
Sorry, what?
it's House Ulev.
What's it? Oh, right. Fuck, I misread my notes. Yes,
Oh,
House Uvel. Those
Ulev.
saddest.
ULEV.
Okay, so not only did
Sorry.
I it's a typo.
No, it's fine. I'm just making sure it's consistent going forward.
Those, they probably know I'm here. So, those,
I hate to say it, you just told me a name. I got no idea who those people fucking are. Like,
they're animals. They're monsters masquerading under that pleasantly looking faces.
okay.
They are the reason that I am the way I am.
I mean, you don't gotta tell me. What did they do to you?
Well, dude, my face. It's just one example. They also branded me, used me, just treated worse than a slave.
Why?
I don't know. They, those sadistic sons of bitches don't need any reason. But thankfully, I'll made it my life's mission that I will end them one way or another. It's taking all the power in the world just to stop me right now.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna be the first person to tell you that revenge isn't a good idea. I just think that if that is the plan, that tonight is definitely not the night,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah, you're right. I can't put Cynthia in danger. But I just can't let them go.
Well, I mean, if it means that much to you, um, if you plan on going inside, keep an eye on them. Make sure they're not up to anything awful.
Yeah. At this point, Zane is calming down. Yeah, you're right. I need to put the others first. I need to put Cynthia first. Can worry about them later.
I believe that protection is a better goal than revenge is. So keep your mind on that, at least for tonight.
Yeah, you're right. I'll try my best to focus.
Yeah, and if you can't, try to find at least if you go inside, at least try to find Darcy. I don't trust Celesto in the whole keeping you calm business, so I wouldn't go find him personally. I'd say probably Darcy's your best bet. So just if it happens again.
Yeah, I'll look for Darcy.
All right.
I'm glad I'm the emotional support trauma survivor.
Well, it's definitely not going to be Celesto.
Cast calm emotions on him. Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
tried-
That's why it's
Have you
not gonna
tried
be Celesto.
having a PB and J about it?
Oh God.
And that's why it's not Celesto. All right. Well, whenever you feel good enough to walk back, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll just wait for them to pass.
Yeah, kind of glancing
I mean-
back towards the actual area itself, I would say that without any issue, you guys can definitely see that the two kind of lithe elvish figures pass through the doors and disappear into the actual halls themselves.
All right. Well, while they're walking by, I'd like just really stare at them. Like, is there can I identify them exactly, or?
They are wearing their masks, so it'd be very, very difficult. But you can give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, you rolled
I
it twice.
rolled
They rolled
twice.
the same. Okay. Well, okay. As of this current moment, it's difficult to identify who they are, but you can definitely tell that it's one male, one female. It might be. I mean, did you know this? The figure does not look like Talon, at the very least. Oh, sorry, no, it does not look like Alwyn. Like the male figure does not look like Alwyn.
See that the entire time while he's staring, you just see that his fists are just just clenched, almost like it's ready to jump in at any moment.
During the period that you're kind of intensely staring them down, you're still trying to stay hidden, right? Give me a
Yes.
stealth check.
Well, he did roll a nat 20 for the last one.
Oh,
That is
Yeah, but we've decided that doesn't mean anything for checks, remember?
Is that what we decided?
Yeah, we said it was just for
It was just for
Um,
saving throws that you
saving
would get
throws.
the
Right.
thing.
Okay.
uh-oh. A private roll.
Oh,
Two private rolls.
Roll.
Zane's fucking dead. GG.
Zane, you see that they're both wearing like the upper half of masquerade masks. Both of them seem to have these like slick back, almost like blondish black hair. Both of them look very similar. And at that current moment, you get a chill down your spine as you're like staring down at them, kind of like peeking just around the corner, and you see one of them just like look up ever so slightly, and then immediately turn towards you. And as soon but they slowly turn. And sorry, not Celeste. While Eclipse, you are watching, you can see that I'm guessing, do you duck behind cover as soon as you see them turn, or do you keep watching?
Zane?
Yeah, Zane.
Oh, yeah, Zane would basically have a fucking mental breakdown.
Yeah, you see Zane just drop basically right behind the actual wall itself, while Eclipse, you kind of keep looking, and in that brief moment, you see what appears to be a strange, almost smile take over their face for briefest of moments before they just turn back.
Both of them or just one of them?
Just one of them. What appears to have been the male figure. They have this
Okay.
what is that? You know that solo leveling panel?
Is it?
Which one?
The one with the statue.
Oh, that smile.
Oh.
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 You get he gets like halfway there.
But to say that'd be really
yeah,
freaky.
that
He
one.
was hitting that
Ugh.
full smile.
Yeah, he gets about halfway there. Like before the smile completely vanishes from their face, and they return back to like the stone face that they had previously, and continue onwards.
There you go.
Inside.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
There
basically.
you go. That's the face. I
Kill it
think
with
if I
fire.
saw the smile, I absolutely turned to Zane and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, they seem like some sadistic bunch for sure.
It's that smile, but without the gums.
Just ever so slightly terrifying, and it was terrifyingly fast. It wasn't like a oh, you saw his lips and kind of everything move into place. It almost seems like they teleported into that smile before boom, teleporting back into like a very bored kind of expression.
Like you
Oh.
blink and it disappears.
Like
Yeah.
a visual glitch.
Almost, yeah.
Fully get that.
But now you can see why Zane is currently on the other side of the wall, currently going into a bit of a hyperventilation fit. Yeah. But do you guys head off towards the actual building itself, or do you wait until another time?
I wait until he's fine and everyone wants to go, we'll go.
Yeah, he'll take like a minute or two to calm down.
Okay.
Drink some water, and then it's like good to go.
After a little bit, you take a swig of a water flask, and you kind of pull yourself together. Give me a wisdom saving throw just to see how long it would take.
Oh God.
Oh. Less than a minute later, he's like on his feet. He's patted himself down. You can see he's like steeled his nerves. He's ready to go again.
Ready to aura farm.
Yeah, basically. So, do the two of you depart for the actual building itself, or do you wait until the crowd kind of dies down a little bit? Because as of currently, you can see that there are still a lot of people just kind of like filtering in. But at that point, given that it's closing in on like, earlier in the evening, probably it's still only about like 8:30. People are still kind of filtering in, but it seems like some of the big shots are kind of arriving. Not necessarily from outside, but on the interior, you could definitely hear and kind of almost see various different, almost like larger light shows beginning with the arrival of some probably more important folks.
Yeah. I think we should go now. So that there's enough time.
You want to? That's fine by me.
All right. So the two of you begin to head towards the actual building itself. Now, as you're kind of wandering through the actual streets themselves, I'm guessing you guys are attempting to hide from all the various different folks who are still wandering the streets, the guards, the people who are kind of doing cleaning and whatnot, and potentially this weird shadowy figure that might still be existing on the outside. Give me a stealth roll, if you could.
Oh God.
Oh my lord.
Buddy.
The duality of D&D right
How
there.
long is it to her place again?
Honestly, it's less than 5 minutes walk, so it's actually not that bad.
Cool. Could I well, yeah, I mean it's up to an hour. I think if it's just like the two of us and we're trying to, stick to the shadows and everything, I would use my second level spell and finally, oh God,
Ooh, pass without
everything's
trace.
green.
Ah!
Everything's green.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
shit.
The
You didn't-
entire world.
Everything's
Gone.
green.
you didn't have to put it down, man.
I absolutely
Shadows
did.
fall over 80% of the continent.
People are like, what's happening? Why is this only a
Mass
second level
panic.
spell?
Panic.
Oh,
I like
Mass
to say,
panic and
I like to
hysteria,
say,
looting.
if this is the case, I like to think that Zane, even though he rolled a nat 1, does have a 22.
this is true.
But
However,
I've got a
unfortunately,
31.
a nat one still that's prevalent.
Does my
I think
uh, 31 balance it
a
out at least?
22 should be taken into consideration.
Oh,
here, though.
absolutely. Like you'll see. But basically, as you guys are kind of like wandering between the streets, kind of in between the various different areas, you can definitely see that there are already guards kind of patrolling the area. They can sense that there's probably going to be something that might be happening on this evening, and people would definitely be trying something during this. So you actually see more guards active in the time period while you guys are out here in the Lord's Ward, especially comparatively to, the day before when you guys had just been exploring the area. There was maybe half the amount of guards, but now there's double, and all of them are relatively active, and all of them are in pairs. As you guys are kind of rounding this alley, kind of turning into another area, trying to take a little bit of a shortcut over to her house, where you can see there's maybe like 2-3 blocks away from where you guys currently are. You take the turn over a fence, or sorry, you take the turn around like a fenced area, and both of you end up almost face first with a pair of guards. But as the two of you are like almost there, Zane, you stumble and you like almost kick a rock, and you could definitely feel that it made a sound. A bit of the snow crunches, and you realize some of your footsteps almost begin to show, even though normally with this spell it wouldn't. And in that brief moment, both of them kind of go, "What? Is there someone there?" And both of them are literally looking directly at the two of you. But you can see that neither of them can actually see you. The one in the front, which appears to be like a younger gentleman, like he's got like big bushy orange beard. He's wielding like 2 axes. He kind of walks forward, drawing one of his axes. "Who's there? There's someone there? There's someone in the dark?
The wind.
What the hell is going on? You hear that noise?" I think so. I'm not going crazy, right? No, I don't. I think I heard something too. The fuck was that? You can see him like just start beginning to walk directly towards the two of you. You guys have maybe
Can
about
I-
15 feet of distance between the two of you.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to do something, or
Yeah. I was just gonna say, could I like take a rock and just huck it at a wall nearby so they're not kind of coming at us, and we could maybe hopefully like sneak away a little bit around.
Yeah, sure. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh boy, I'm not that great at that thing. I'm great at other dick stuff, not sleight of hand. Yeah, that's a goddamn shame.
while he's doing that, I'm gonna do the same thing, but with my mage hand.
You know what? Sure. I'll say with your mage hand, you could also give me a sleight of hand, but you can use your intelligence instead of your dexterity. If you want, you can use either.
I have a feeling they're probably the same number for damn. He's
Yeah,
so much better at this than I am.
Eclipse, you pick up like a small snowball in your hand, and you're just about to throw it, and then it slips out of your hand. Right as it crashes back onto the actual ground itself, and you're like, "Oh shit, it's gonna make a noise." Right at the exact same time, you hear a loud clack from the building just off to the side. Both you and the guards turn, and you can see that Zane has like positioned his mage hand to basically like smash a rock against the wall. And both of them kind of like, "Over there, let's go." And they both kind of like start scooting their way that way, away from you guys. Not like directly away, but like perpendicular away, basically.
Yeah.
But it gives you an opportunity to kind of very quickly run past them, go into the area, and you you lucky son of a bitch, make it to the actual building itself. If you hadn't put on Pass Without Trace, probably would have been fucked.
What can I say? It's
Or at the very least,
one of my only second level spells.
But yeah, the two of you make it to the actual building itself with absolutely no issues. The two of you see what appears to be like a singular older guard, like maybe 40s, 50s. He's standing outside. He's holding like a greatsword with both of his hands, and he's just like kind of leaning against it, looking out and around. Not necessarily kind of like paying too much attention to the area around, but he doesn't seem too interested in whatever it is that he seems to be guarding. But he is standing in front of this relatively large estate that appears to have been the estate, or at the very least, it's labeled as the estate of this woman. What would you guys like to do?
Well, you're better at this than I am. Let's find a way in.
Can I like look and see if like there's any like easy entrances or openings?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I'd like to try as well if I could.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh
Wow,
no.
that's embarrassing.
Good job, team.
Oh man.
This is,
Fellas.
looking real rough to start off with, huh?
Fellas, this. Ooh. Yeah, as both of you are kind of glancing forward, unfortunately, like the building itself is relatively standard from the best that you can tell. Like it's a fancy castle kind of almost type building. It's like a fancy manor type building. Like it is like 3 floors. You see a chimney which could potentially be access. You see a variety of different windows. All of them have like these curtains drawn over them. So at the very least, you're not entirely sure if they're like half of them you don't know if they can open. The door itself at the very front is like a large double door, but you don't know if it'll be easy access by any means. Like Eclipse, you're kind of looking at this building, you're like, this looks literally like every other urban building you've ever seen in your life. Ever.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But unfortunately, like the specifics or like anything that might be loose or open or easy access is currently lost upon the two of you.
I guess
Well,
we just have to get past this guard and maybe we can try the doors or
guess
windows.
so.
Mind you, the fence itself, it's like a low stone wall that's maybe like 2 feet up, and then the actual metal bars is maybe only another 2 feet up. So the total height of this fence is about 4 feet, but the top is just like the full spikes. So technically,
Oh.
you could probably vault it. If you wanted to. I'm giving you options.
Can we like go around to like the back?
Yeah, you guys can walk around, giving it like a full walk around. You still don't spot anything else that seems out of place or easily accessible, but you do spot that there is another guard who is currently in the midst of the back garden. The back garden is just as large, if not larger, than most people's front gardens. And you can see that there's like essentially like a wide open area where this guard would be able to very easily spot you. If you were to just like enter through the back area. However, you can definitely see that even with the one that there doesn't appear to be anybody on like the 2 sides of the building watching the building itself.
You think you can get over these fences?
Certainly give it a try.
Okay, let's try to get over. There's no guards watching the sides.
Both of you can give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, thank God. At least it's not
Finally.
athletics.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Um.
this is essentially parkour. In this case, you guys are probably okay. And yeah, no, both of you scale it with little issue. Like off to the side of the building. Did you want to take the left side facing the front or the right side facing the front?
Did they look identical to us?
You could give me another perception check.
Either of us or just him?
Either. Because in the dark, it's a little bit hard to tell, but... Okay, yeah, the two of you can definitely see that they are not identical. The left side actually has what appears to be a cellar door. It's not open by any means, and there is what appears to be like a lock on it. While on the right side, you can see that there's actually more windows to the first floor.
Okay.
Cellar or the other side?
I have a feeling we should maybe start from the bottom, wake up, and make our way up.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are going to the cellar door?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. The two of you hop the fence with absolutely no issues. You kind of get over to it and kind of walking over to the cellar door. You can definitely see that there is like a large padlock on it. And there are still windows on this first floor, but getting a little bit of a closer look now, you could definitely tell that most of them you're probably not going to be able to open unless you're doing so either from the inside or you smash it open.
Hmm. There's no external locks on them, right?
Not on the windows, no. There is an external lock on the cellar door.
Okay, I'll attempt to lockpick that.
Okay. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh fuck!
Ooh.
You forgot to use detect
Oh.
traps.
Fine traps.
Yeah,
Fine
it's
traps.
fine traps, not detect traps. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
And it's also still the worst spell in the game.
It's okay. I might actually just change it so that it's useful. We'll see.
Please.
Let me go read it again. Do any
It
of you even
literally
have
that
it?
there are traps.
Yeah, all it does is tell you that there are traps within like a 100
Specifically, it
radius or something
tells
like that.
you that there's something that could commit harm upon you, which
It doesn't tell you where, doesn't tell you how it triggers. It just it's
technically
there.
that would come up. Technically, that would also trigger on the presence of a offensive spellcaster or a dude with a sword.
Okay, I will tell you right now that if you guys were to use it, one, it'll tell you the amount of traps in the area, and two, it'll tell you a vague area of where the trap is.
Beautiful.
Like by vague, I mean like it'll give you like a 15-foot radius of where the trap might be.
Better than nothing.
Or sorry, 15-foot diameter, not radius.
Still better than nothing, I guess.
Diameter is smaller, so yeah. I mean, maybe we'll see. If anybody actually uses fine traps, you could quote me. This is on video.
I think Saros could get it.
I think it's cleric, druid, ranger,
Yeah.
divine soul sorcerer, half elf, and a feat called Adept of the White Robes that I've never heard of. Oh,
I
it's
think
just a
like
thing.
some new
Yeah.
subclass.
It's a thing that gives you like a second level spell. Is basically what it is.
Okay. Yeah, just be Saros.
If you guys wanted to use it, you could. But yeah, at that moment, Zane, as soon as your hands touch the lock, Eclipse, you watch as he just freezes in place. Before very quickly after his hand lets go, and you can see like there's this dark frost forming around your hands. You take 14 points of cold damage, reduced
Holy fuck!
to 7 because you managed to save.
Oy.
I don't need that HP anyways.
All right. Well, I assume that that's not gonna work then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's just hope that somewhere else around here doesn't have the same fucking magic shit on it.
Give me an Arcana check, Zane. You would know that the majority of these traps are meant to keep people away, and you're fairly certain that the majority of these traps are lethal to most people. You are also
Huh.
aware that this trap is probably not going to go off again immediately.
Yeah. Let's give it another shot.
Give me a
Be
luck.
my guess.
Give me a Thieves' Tools check. $27. Yeah.
Ooh.
With relatively little issue, like it takes you maybe 10 seconds, click. The actual large padlock comes off. You can see that it wasn't necessarily designed for to keep people out. It was more designed to hold something, because as you look at the back of the padlock, you can see like this very intricate tattoo on the back of the metal, drawn in some sort of like ink.
Is that tattoo just a spell, or is it like something else, like a crest or something?
In this case, you would know that this is probably how she casts her spells.
Okay.
But yeah, the door to the cellar is now open to you.
Shall we?
Absolutely.
All right. And the two of you kind of descend into the actual basement itself. And in that brief moment, we cut over back to those who are on the outside of the actual event itself. Thraxis, you, as well as Saros, are currently on the outskirts of this party, and you can see that it is a beautiful, beautiful event occurring on the inside. You see loads of these fantastically dressed people passing by, going within, and you see every once in a while through some of the glass windows a little bit of the occurrences that are happening within. At one point, you would probably spot Reggie just kind of like look at. You see him trying to pull a vase off one of the like stands that it's on, and has absolutely zero luck. Before seemingly wandering back to wherever that he was standing previous. But yeah, just kind of glancing around on the inside, there seems to be quite a lot of just people. But the two of you on the outside glance around, and you can see the group of paladins that had, as far as you're aware, wait, would you have been aware? I think you were aware. Like, you got told about them, right?
Yeah, but I never saw what they actually looked like. So, you know.
Yeah. You have a guesstimate that this is probably the group, given that they have this one lead paladin who seems to be holding, or who has a greatsword on his back. He is the only person that seems to actually stay on the outside, while the other kind of like several other paladins go on the inside while handing him all of their weapons, before actually going in to protect this like young dwarvish lass that you can see. But yeah, they make their way in. He actually kind of wanders over to the rest of the various different bodyguards that are kind of just loitering around the outside of this building. Not all of them are kind of conversing. Quite a lot of them are just kind of sticking to their own groups. But you can see that he sits down on his own and kind of begins to almost meditate. And just kind of like doing some sort of exercise with his sword, where you can see like he's counting almost notches on his actual sword itself. But he seems to be deep in thought, but no one really seems to kind of bother him, or all of you for that lot, except there is what appears to be like a young halfling man, probably relatively young, like as far as you can tell, but he kind of wanders up to you, looks at you, Thraxis, and he just kind of goes, "Yeah, how'd you grow so tall?"
You know, a lot of it is just genetics, but it's
What's
also good diet,
genetics?
a lot of exercise,
Oh no.
things you're born with.
What am I born with?
You said it's a little halfling man or kid?
It's a halfling man. Like, he is definitely one of the guards for the other groups, but he just seems like relative, like super, super young. Probably maybe 16, 17.
Yeah, I just look down at him. I'm just like, well, you know, shorter of stature, but I hear that your kind are very very resilient, typically very brave, all things considered.
Was I born with braveness?
No, you just what's the word?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
You do what?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just maybe you're born with it. I don't know. I just know that typically you're pretty fearless despite the size difference.
What's fearless? Is it just a lack of fear, or is it truly to not understand the fear?
No one's lacking in fear. It's more just understanding the fear and being able to function in spite of it.
But what if you don't understand the thing that you're supposed to be afraid of?
I mean, that in itself, I guess, creates fear.
Does it though?
Yes, typically most people tend to fear what they don't understand or what they don't know.
But is that a fear of the unknown, or is that a fear of not knowing?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher, kid.
I suppose you're not. But you are really tall. I'm
Yes.
Jekyll. Nice to meet you. He kind of reaches
I'm
out his hand.
Syraxis.
Oh,
I've reached that.
Syraxis. I don't think I've heard that name before, but I'm guessing you're not from around here.
Nope.
Are you protecting someone important? Or, I guess, supposed to be protecting someone important? Am I allowed to know? You don't have to tell me. I kind of want to.
I mean, I'm.
And this entire time, Zaraxis has a fucking elephant mask on.
Oh god, I forgot about that. Oh god.
I imagine that like after like the first couple of sentences, he has taken it off just because. I
Hey,
imagine
man.
it probably muffles his voice a bit.
It's a masquerade party. You're supposed to keep those on. I mean, I guess we're not really participating actively in the party because we're outside, but I think we're supposed to keep them on. He
But
just kind of
but
shrugs, and you can
yes,
see he only has like, he only has like these two thin, like almost like bandages that seems to be covering the areas around his eyes. Not necessarily, it's not actually covering his eyes, but like, yeah, he basically looks like he would normally with just like a few bandages strapped to his face.
But yes, I am protecting someone, but my protection does not just extend to a singular individual.
Oh, are you protecting like a group? A bunch of people?
I am technically here protecting an individual, but should anything happen, I will protect anyone that I can.
Oh, so you're like a good guy. Like in the stories and
Sure,
stuff.
I suppose.
Do you ever get tired of it?
Of what?
Just being good.
Not particularly.
Well,
Being good brings its own rewards.
does it? And what are those?
Yes, typically.
Is it just the feeling?
I mean, I suppose that is part of it, yes.
I see. Interesting. I don't know if it's for me. It
You don't know if being good is for you.
takes a lot of effort, you know? I'd rather do things
It
for money.
can. I mean, money makes the world go round. We all have to do things for money.
Exactly.
But they're not mutually exclusive concepts. You can still be good and make money. This is not unheard of.
Well, of course. I'm not saying I generally lean towards doing good things for money. I don't go out and steal for no reason. Unless it's really
Then
shiny.
it sounds like you're a relatively good person.
But am I?
Are we being
I don't know. You tell
pickpocketed?
me.
Sorry?
Are we being like pickpocketed? Is this some scam?
Give me a
Just, like,
perception check.
distracting us.
The two of you can both give me a perception check, if you so wish. He's trying to, get you to go down to the nearest 7-Eleven. No, he's not. No, I mean, for the best that you can tell, the two of you are kind of like, you pat down your coin pouch, Saros, and nothing seems to be missing. You pat down the rest of your equipment, seems to be there. You don't notice
the heck
anyone
out of
like coming by, but maybe you're just not noticing it.
So are you like a warrior yourself? Are you more of like an archer? Like what's your deal?
Oh, I'm one of those mages, magicians, sorcerers thingies, I shoot fireballs out of my hands. Boof, boof, kind of thing,
Oh, I can kind of do that.
Oh, really? I took you for hit them until they're dead kind of person.
Yes, that's why I said kind of. I can spit fire.
Oh, is it the dragon part of you? Is that
Yes.
insensitive to ask?
No, I don't particularly care.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for being so cooperative. Sorry, I just wanted a conversation. I am so fucking bored out here. There's nothing to do. They're providing a little bit of a meal. They're providing, some warmth, and no entertainment. He kind of
But I
yells.
feel like that's the point of the actual ball.
Yeah, you see one of the guards kind of turns before going back to his work. Well, I mean, yeah, sure, it's a point of the ball, but like, if we're gonna be out here stuck doing nothing, like they could have just, I don't know, given us a ball to throw around or something.
I mean, I'm not doing nothing.
Are you doing something?
Yes,
Can I ask what you're doing?
I'm assessing the situation.
How's your assessment gone?
Well, here, let's make a game of it. Tell me. I look around. We're like the main entranceway. I assume is like
Yeah,
near
you
us.
guys are like
Like we're able
just
to see in.
yeah, you guys are like just off of the main entranceway. You're still like half inside, half outside, because you're like just underneath the roof cover for about like half of the area where you guys can kind of vibe around. But the other area where you guys are kind of like chilling, it's actually out on like the stone terrace outside. So you guys aren't necessarily inside. Like you can kind of glance in through the doors, but you can see the guards are like not happy to let you, any closer to the actual entranceway.
Yeah, but we can kind of see pretty like a decent amount that's going on in the actual like indoor area.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll kind of like motion to like some arbitrary random dude in the building. I'll say, do you see that the wood elf gentleman in the green suit there?
Yeah, the one with the really sharp ears and the ponytail. Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, okay. So imagine that you were him, hypothetically speaking, and assess the entire room around you. How many exits do you have? Which one is the fastest that you could get to in case of emergency? I'll give you 3 minutes to come up with an answer, and I just like kind of pat him on the shoulder.
He immediately says, he doesn't look smart enough to be looking around. You can see he's like already 3 drinks deep, at the very least. He's swaying when he's walking, and he's definitely
That's
not
why I
looking
said-
around.
That's why I said imagine that you were him and that you are looking around.
Well, then I'd be the one who's 3 drinks deep. Probably going to be 4 soon. Are we allowed to have drinks
see.
out here? He kind of looks
I mean,
around.
I don't see why not. You're
Are
not
you
technically
here
being.
guarding someone?
Yeah, I was about to say, are you here like under someone's employ or
Oh, yeah. I'm here to guard someone. Yeah.
whom? If you
Yeah,
don't
that
mind my
person over
asking.
there. He kind of points, and you can see that it's the it's the white dragonborn on the inside with the rose.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he really needs me. I don't know why he hired me. He just kind of gave me a
Who
bunch
is
of
he?
coin and dragged me along.
Who is he guarding? Because my internet completely cut out. Like I was not allowed
White
that
Dragonborn.
information.
It's the
Oh.
white dragonborn with the rose for a horn, like the rose that has
Gotcha.
replaced one of the horns.
well, are you relatively new to this whole thing?
Well, I usually work in his, establishment. I'm not
What do
usually
you
a guard,
normally?
but I am.
What do you normally do?
Oh, I fuck people.
What?
Yeah, it's a brothel.
Oh. And so he brought you.
Wait,
And just back it up real quick. You said you were a mage, yes?
oh yeah.
And so you're a like sorcerer or something that works in a brothel.
Yep. There's a lot of
How
things you could
did-
do with the spell grease.
I
There's a lot of things you could do with the spell mage hand
yes,
too.
I heard you. Yes, I'm.
With the
Look,
spell what?
The
mage
spell
hand.
mage hand.
Oh,
Oh no.
Not with me, but it's whatever. It only lifts 10 pounds. Anyways. And how did that come to be?
I am making I am good at making people come. Is that the question?
Uh, Do you know? I mean, I know you said he gave you money just to come along. Did he? Why would he bring along?
No. I'm just here to, to cast some spells as distraction in case he needs to get away. Technically, still
What?
a guard.
What can you cast aside from the things that assist you in your work?
He kind of puts a hand on one of your legs. Would you like
Don't
to find
touch me.
out?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Sorry. I had to ask. Sorry. Still in
I
work
would-
mode.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Even if I did swing that way, which I don't, you would die.
Yeah, probably. It doesn't have to
And I'm
be,
also married.
me the one getting fucked. Oh, yeah, okay. Fair,
I am
fair,
also
fair.
married.
fair. Congratulations to your, I'm assuming, wife?
Yes.
Good on her. Good on her. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Honestly, at this point, not quite sure.
Let me tell you about the ways that you could use mold earth.
You don't have to.
Okay, all right.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I get it. I may not be a spellcaster, but my wife is. So I'm well aware.
Oh, yeah.
we were all in our 20s once. So it's fine.
Oh, yeah, I bet you are. Oh, you dog. Or dragon? You dragon. Oh, man.
God, I need mind bleach.
We are going to jump away from that conversation into the interior.
He touches my thigh
with
after I learn that he's a
who
sex worker. I'm
hired the
like, don't do
prostitute
that.
under the guise of being a guard.
What were you saying?
Wow. Oh no, I was just gonna say he mentions that he's a sex worker. It's like, oh okay, and then he touches my thigh. It's like, don't do that.
Yeah. But back on the actual interior, you guys watch as a variety of more people begin to enter the actual area itself, especially after it hits the 8 o'clock, kind of 8:30 kind of mark. You guys begin to see a large variety of people. I'm going to give you a list, and I'm going to be honest, I will probably go over the same people again by accident. But, yeah. You do see the House Matthews representative, the man with the curly hair, the black curly hair, kind of with the wine bottles. He had come in. There was the small dwarvish lass with the 4 paladins that had actually come in. And there was no extravagant entrance. You can see that she just simply had her hair tied up in this large ponytail behind her. And as soon as she walked in, she almost began levitating off of the floor. She went up maybe 5-10 feet to be easily visible to everyone. And now that you get a proper look at her, you realize she is covered head to toe in gold, jewelry, diamonds, any sort of expensive gemstone you could think about. She probably has one worth at least 1,000 gold on her somewhere on her body. It is extravagant, it is insane, and it genuinely looks so incredibly garish and horrifically out of style, but somehow he makes it work. She doesn't even
Who is wearing
say anything. This is the dwarvish lass that was being protected by the 4 paladins. Well, I guess it was the 5 paladins, and then the 4 paladins were the ones that came in with her. And then she just rises into the air, and you can see the entire facility, every single person goes silent. And then she takes a little bit of a bow, and she says out loud, barely in a normal voice, House Rin sends their regards to all who are attending. And after the bow, she begins to slowly kind of lower down to the ground. And you can see everybody begins to clap. Most of them politely, some of them very loudly and kind of raucously. But yeah. After that, it would have been the white dragonborn with the rose. You guys see another house attend a individual with kind of lilac hair, this beautiful kind of upside down mask almost that covers the entirety of her face. Kind of very pale skin, tall, skinny, and this like long, beautiful dress that kind of like just wanders into the actual building itself. And you can see she definitely makes a bit of an entrance because there's quite a lot of people who begin to kind of like furiously whisper the instant she actually enters the room. If you guys are paying any sort of attention, you can give me a perception check to see if you hear any of the various different things that are being said
Yeah,
in regards to
What's
her.
the T? I want to know the T.
Okay. From the various different whisperings, you guys kind of gather bits and pieces here and there. You hear someone say, "Oh my, is that Agni from House Barlow? Why is she here? I thought they was called off." "I don't know. Maybe she's here to make an entrance. Maybe she's here to try and fight her way back into that engagement." And you hear various other people be like, "She shouldn't be here. Was she invited? Do you think Volan would invite her? No. There's no way. I mean, maybe. Maybe he was just trying to show off to his ex." And various different things like that, just kind of here and there, just pieces from the various different folks, just kind of whispering, kind of chatting loudly about the various different tea that seems to be having. From the very best that you can tell, yeah, she just kind of wanders in, gets her coin, and you can see she just sits down at a small table where a variety of people begin to kind of approach. And the vast majority of them are kind of men who are dressed relatively nicely, which she horrifically ignores. But yeah, after a little bit, you guys see an individual walk into the building, not necessarily trying to draw attention to themselves, but they definitely make a bit of an entrance because they walk in and they are in essentially like a full crow cosplay. Like they're dressed exactly like a crow, but like a humanoid version of it. And you can tell it is a dress up. It's not like an actual person. It's not like an actual like Kenku or anything like that. It is
I was about to say,
genuinely
like, trying to look like a
No, no.
Kenku, or-
They are trying to look like a Kenku, but they are trying to look like a terrifying version of a Kenku because you can see as he raises his arms or her arms, you can't really tell. There's just these like large black feathers that are kind of like almost strapped to the skeletal representation for arms just behind them. They walk in and just by aura alone, basically, they kind of capture quite a lot of people's attentions around the room itself. You guys also see what appears to be a oh, like actually, yeah, what is it? Yeah, you would notice like a variety of other people just kind of arriving. You see the pair of elves that you guys had that some of you had spotted earlier kind of arrive, both of them wearing these masks, and they actually seem to be for the first time conversing with one another, just talking to each other as they're walking into the actual party itself. As they walk by, give me a perception check.
Hey.
That's a persuasion check, Kay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just like, I mean, you can
He made a
go up
persuasion
to
check for the last one too.
if you want to go up and if you want to go up to talk to them. I'm not going to stop you, but like,
I don't think that's a good. I don't.
No, he does not.
A little
He
kid
not
was
has
adopt
this
him and
before.
just whisk you away to
uh,
do terrible things.
but yeah, Darcy, you can definitely hear just kind of like bits and pieces of their conversation. Their whispering is almost a little bit light, and it's hard to tell. Actually, do you speak Sylvan? Because you would recognize the language. You just wouldn't, yeah, you would not be able to tell what they're saying.
I speak
unfortunately.
Elvish. That's about it.
I would say you could get bits and pieces of it from Elvish because you speak Elvish.
Yeah,
You would-
it's like it's like hearing Latin and understanding some of the words because you know Spanish.
Yeah, so you can kind of get that they seem to be talking about someone. But aside from that, you have no idea what they're saying. Oh, actually, no. Sorry.
don't
You
know.
would get that they're talking about someone, and that there is a surprise in them, or a surprise in the person, or something. You're not sure.
A surprise that the person is there, or that there will be a surprise.
You can't tell. If you spoke Sylvan, I could tell you, but
I don't suppose either of you speak Sylvan.
No. No. What a unique rare language.
Those elves that walked by, something about them is unsettling.
I look at them.
Yeah. you look at them.
Well, they just look like normal lords to me. Maybe that's
They
part
were
of it.
talking about some. I know Elvish, but there's a little bit of overlap with Sylvan. They were talking about someone in particular and something about a surprise.
Oh, so that they got a surprise set up for someone. That's nice.
Something else. And bear in mind, Celeste, surprises are not always a good thing.
What? No, I've had surprise birthday parties for the last 20 years. They're amazing.
That is an example of a good surprise. An example of a bad surprise would be someone waiting in a closet with a knife to stab you.
It's never happened.
Good for you.
Right? That's not something that would happen, would it?
It's happened to some people.
Oh. Oh. I can see. Yeah.
Another
Cheating husband,
idea of
oh,
a bad surprise would be finding out that someone is lying to you. That's an example of a surprise.
well, yeah, well, you can't have that, right? That's so. Do you think someone lied to them?
I don't know the full context, Celesto. It's just that they are giving off the I don't like the look of them.
Yeah, they kind
And
of make me nervous too. I don't know. It's just something about them.
might have to do with the fact that they're full elves.
Is that racist? I feel like that's racist.
Yeah, I think it's racism. There.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit of profiling, but at the same time, elves that live in the Feywild are different standards, different morals.
You know,
different
I've
ways
lived
of
a lot
life.
of famous and rich people in my lifetime through my parents, and from what I've learned, everybody has a couple secrets. They might have a
Yes,
few
the
secrets that make
difference
them.
is going off of stories. Full-blooded elves that reside in the Feywilds are now a lot of them can end up acting like the Fey that live there. A sense of superiority and a callousness towards other life. Like it's all a game.
It's hard to imagine.
It's a good thing that you can't imagine it, Celesto.
I think of
But
others
keep
as
in
such.
mind, that other people can be like that.
Plus, I don't think too deeply. In it.
But aside from that, you guys also see Cynthia, who appears to be like another full elf, just like nervously walking in with a friend You can see that she's got like this long black hair, this beautiful dress, and this mask that's kind of obscuring the majority of her features. You note her because she seems to almost stand out from everybody else because everybody seems confident, happy to be here. She almost seems nervous, not necessarily, but she does also seem to be like scanning the entire area, seemingly looking for someone. You of course have Alepha. You have the okay. I think the important players have been introduced.
Okay.
The thing is, none of us know who Cynthia is.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know who she is, but you do make note
And-
of her.
Let the murder mystery start.
And
The murder
there, and yep, there's the other end of the spectrum for elves, ones that typically reside on the material plane.
Yes, I've met a couple in my lifetime.
As you guys are kind of discussing this, you can see and feel that the lights themselves almost begin to dim ever so slightly. The various different kind of like magical lights that are almost spotlights of sorts kind of begin to turn and begin to focus on this large door that happens to be on the other side of this large kind of glass covered atrium, which oh, sorry, I haven't given you like a proper description of the inside of it yet. But as you're kind of like, as you guys had walked in, there was this long, narrow corridor that kind of allowed you to walk into the actual building itself. This large, open, flat floor plan seems to be laid out in the very center. And around the edges of the actual room itself, you can see it dips ever so slightly. The level of it kind of almost seems to drop off into various different, like a small divot where you see large sets of tables and such kind of laid out in a fashion for all sorts of different individuals, of which some are congregating already, some of them are standing up and enjoying the various different areas themselves. But on the far side of the room from where the actual entrance is, you see a large kind of raised platform, almost like a stage. It seems to kind of go upwards, and you can see in the very, very far back, like this set of double doors that seems to lead into some sort of other room. The interior of the room itself is beautiful. There's these various different bits of light that kind of like dance around, shining back from the light pane, like the actual glass panes that are covering the entirety of the area. This large central grand chandelier that is probably somewhere close to like 50, 60 feet across sits suspended in midair, just about halfway up the actual room itself. And you can see these various different other smaller purple lights that are just kind of like dancing across the room. Some of them in tune to the music that seems to be ethereally playing in the background, while some others are just kind of floating in place, shining lights here and there, while there are others in various different points throughout the room that seems to be almost like shining these spotlights that concentrate on certain individuals who might be, coming in just brand new or showing off and whatnot. But the venue itself is beautiful. It's gorgeous. And you can see tons and tons of people just kind of mingling in various different areas. People who are meeting some people for the first time, but every single person has on a mask. And it is genuinely incredibly difficult to really identify these people. And as you're kind of glancing around at some of the folks that you aren't fully aware of, for some reason, the coins that they show on their shoulders, like it shows symbols, but it doesn't give you names.
Oh,
The
the
ones
names are good.
that, yeah, but the ones that you are aware of, they stay. For some things that you might have heard of, or just kind of like in passing, even, it seems that those ones are kind of like filled out for you. And having a discussion with some of the others, including Alepha, she says that, oh, I'm aware of these people, so maybe my coin just allows you to see them. There's a variety of different people who I don't recognize, and honestly, quite a lot. So I mean, I'm not seeing their names or their labels or anything either. But the ones who I definitely recognize, the ones who I know, yeah, their names are showing up.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Maybe perhaps you're subconscious, and identifies people based off that?
I mean, perhaps. I'm really not sure. I haven't. Wait, let me go check the person that I just recently met and kind of identify their house for. She kind of like wanders away a little bit. You see Reggie like following her basically like a foot and a half behind her the entire time after
That's his job.
after the escapade with the trying to rip pots off of the ground. Yeah, now he's just following her, and you can see she comes back after about a couple of minutes. I can see their names on the plate now. Strange. Maybe maybe it does do some sort of mind reading magic. I don't think they're not reading my mind. Strange. Very cool. I like it. But yeah, at around this time, you can see the lights begin to kind of dim. And as they begin to dim, glancing over towards the stage, you can see the spotlights begin to kind of train on that area. Several different large, kind of concentrated lights begin to shine on the actual doors themselves. The music itself seems to almost dim ever so slightly, not necessarily going away, but the sounds of the piano, the actual instruments, kind of fading ever so slightly ethereally within the actual room itself. But after a period of time, you can see the entire room goes relatively quiet. A few whispers here and there is all that you can really hear. And for the briefest of moments, it feels like the entirety of the room is holding their breath, eagerly awaiting this door to open. And it does. Eventually, after a long while, the doors themselves kind of shuffle open, and you can hear this loud, almost thud as the doors themselves begin to swing open unnaturally quietly, and out walks what appears to be a man and a woman. The man you are very much aware of, and who most of you have probably at the very least seen a few times, given that you have seen his face all over the various different posters within Free Reach. You see Volden currently standing off to the side, looking with a bright smile, his signature bright smile, and kind of just waving as he walks through the doors themselves. Off to his side, you can see a woman who is almost covered in this kind of like slate veil that seems to cover the majority of her face. And you can see she also kind of begins to walk forward in a very similar manner. As you guys are kind of looking up at them, give me give me an insight check with disadvantage.
She
Both.
looks like she'd sell my organs in Cyberpunk.
Oh, she probably would. Insight check with disadvantage.
Doesn't fucking matter, really.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, from the best that you can tell, they seem like they want to be there. She doesn't have nearly as much, presence or charisma or anything of the like. And you can see they both just kind of come in to the actual room itself. It doesn't seem like there's anything that's super grandeur about their entrance aside from the majority of the lights beginning to train on them. The two of them just slowly walk to the front of the balcony itself, and or the stage, the edge of the stage where there is a bit of a balcony, and you can see and hear the entirety of the room begin to like kind of politely clap. Eventually, walking in from behind, you can see one Lord Easton Mordon coming in, and you can see that he's got like his arms out. He's got this big smile on his face, and eventually, as the talk kind of continues to die down further, you see him walk up to the front, place a hand on each of the couple's shoulders, and begins to talk. Welcome, one and all, to this wonderful celebration and event. Today is a wonderful day, for we celebrate the engagement of my son, Volan, to Miss Lakara of House Porras. I hold this extravagant ball in the hopes that all of you will find a way to speak, to congratulate, and to enjoy the festivities, whether you are of royal blood or not. I have invited many a house here, and I find this opportunity wondrous. A chance to mingle with those who are better, and a chance to mingle with those who are not. Drink the wine from our wonderful, wonderful co-house of House Matthews. You see the spotlight kind of shift over to the guy with the curly hair. Oh, I'm not House Matthews. He raises a glass, and you can see a bunch of like sparkling wine fly out of seemingly nowhere from around him and just begin pouring in a bunch of people's glasses around him. Oh, maybe I am House Matthews. And we'd like to thank them for all of the wonderful drinks that they've provided for this event. Now, there are many, many among you who we may not know, but I believe that this evening will be a wonderful event where we will get to know one another much, much more intimately. We have several special guests today. One, Alepha Nildara. And you can see all of the spotlights immediately kind of shift around to Alepha, who is currently standing beside you, like having a tea cake. She looks up, like kind of surprised, as all of the lights train on her. Our wonderful local researcher on the dragons, the various different creatures that plague our lands, who we hope to one day eradicate and truly be safe from. Please, if you have an opportunity, say hello to Alepha Nildara.
Can
And-
I take a look out at the crowd to see if there's anyone in particular who seems like eyes locked on Alepha?
Yeah, give me a perception check. It'd be a little bit more difficult because it's low light, but
Well, that's what
Ooh.
things like dark vision is for.
well, this is a massive room. This is like
That's true.
600, 700 foot large room.
Yeah, I can see about a tenth of the room perfectly fine.
This is true. As you're kind of glancing about, from the very best that you can tell, no one in the immediate surroundings seems to be like gawking at her, but there are definitely people looking at her. Nothing that you spot that would seem strange, though. A lot of them are just like, wow, she's really beautiful. Look at her hair. Or some of them are like, wow, look at the, different parts of the costume and whatnot. And then as soon as the lights kind of like dissipate off of her and, Lord Iston continues his speech, you see Alepha kind of turn to the three of you. She says, "Oh, I thought we were supposed to be anonymous. Is that not the case? Why did they just put a light on me?"
I don't bloody know.
Well, congrats, Lady Alepha. You're famous. You well known.
Yes, I am famous. That's the
Yep.
problem.
Oh,
Celeste,
right.
look. I was trying to keep things low key. Now, if there is anyone here, including Lakara, the person that you're after, who's potentially not happy with me studying dragons or knowing anything about dragons, they're going to come after me.
Oh. Don't wait. I'll protect you.
We're all supposed to be protecting her.
Right. Yes. I know
We
that.
also have some guests from the south. And you can see the kind of like the spotlight goes around the actual room itself, and it actually doesn't seem to be able to find the guests. Oh, perhaps they stepped out. But they are here. I can guarantee you that. Look for those who are floaty and almost ethereal in their mannerisms. And he continues on with this kind of like long-winded speech about, about Volan and about Lakara. Actually, give me an insight check, the two of you.
Happily. There we
Okay.
go.
Celesto, it seems like there's something off about the speech, but you're not you're really not sure what is off about the speech. Like it just doesn't sound right. Like maybe he's not using the right intonations, maybe he's not saying certain words correctly, or like his pacing is a little bit off, but something feels it feels wrong. But Darcy, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, from outside, are myself and Saros able to like see all this?
Oh, actually, yeah, you can see all of this, and you could probably hear all of this as well. So you guys can give me a insight check for this speech if you so wish it as well.
Sure. I mean, I can roll one. I think Theraxis doesn't like how this is going, but I'll roll just to, I guess, see how strong that feeling is. Oh my goodness!
It's pretty strong because Saros, you could tell that there's something wrong with the speech as well, but unfortunately, not being inside, not being able to see his facial expressions, and not being able to like, tell how he's moving his body when he's actually saying these words is makes it a little bit difficult to really analyze and understand exactly what might be going on in his head. But Syraxis, Darcy, the two of you can immediately detect that something is wrong. Whenever he talks about Volan, it's natural. It doesn't sound rehearsed. It doesn't sound like he's repeating things off of a script. Like he describes his son as a brave warrior who, fights things, and he gives off like various different stories about when he was young and about how, he saw him grow up, and it's just such a beautiful thing. And then he starts talking about Lakara, and all of a sudden everything that he says almost seems like canned NPC speech. Like he becomes an NPC whenever he's talking about her, which is strange to say the very least, until you hear him like repeat in the exact same intonation a certain sentence that he had used essentially previously in the actual same speech that he was giving about her. And something clicks off in your heads. There's something going on, but you're not sure what. Like there's something wrong with either the Lord, or maybe he's being like fed a script or something. It's just not right. It doesn't sound like he's actually saying any of these.
Yeah, given that, as what's her name said, that like, this is meant to be more anonymous, and they outright just shown a light on her, and based on just how he's talking, Therax has probably done like some protection gigs in the past. And he doesn't like this one bit, so I'm going to like kind of step back momentarily. Because I assume most people are probably watching in there.
Oh yeah.
I'll step back and I will use the necklace ascending. And I'm going to send to who was it that left? It was Eclipse and
It was
Eclipse and Zane.
And Zane.
Gotcha, Eclipse and Zane. Yeah, I'll send to Eclipse then. And I'll just say whatever y'all are doing there. I get 25 words, right? Whatever you all
Yeah, you have
are doing
25 words.
there. Okay, that's 6. Whatever y'all are doing there, hurry it up. Something's wrong here. Very wrong. The main guy's drawing a lot of attention to a lot of people. Come fast. That'll be 25.
Eclipse, you and Zane, are you here? Are you guys here? Are they here? I know Zane's here. Eclipse? Did he be Rebecca never returned?
I'm here, just still muted.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah. But the two of you kind of get this message as you're entering the cellar. As you kind of open up the actual cellar itself, let me switch the music again. Give me a minute. As the two of you are kind of just entering the actual cellar itself, you had just pulled up one of the doors, and both of you had kind of gone in and closed the door behind you. And glancing around, both of you had dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I've got the goggles.
Okay, yeah. With the vague kind of outlines and shapes that you can see with your grayish dark vision, you can make out that the interior of the cellar does seem to be, for the most part, used as food storage. You can see a variety of different bags of foods just laid out on one side. Is what you would initially thought, because like as you're kind of glancing around, it doesn't look like it's not for food storage. It definitely looks like it's for food storage. And then you walk a little bit deeper into the actual cellar itself, and all of a sudden you see like an entire wall where there's just so many feet of skin. Just the skin of what appears to be animals, from the best that you could tell, hairless completely, just not leather. They're not being made into leather. It's genuinely just large patches of skin that seems to be covering an entire wall on this in this cellar. Upon the actual skin themselves, you can see that it's been cleaned off. Whatever fur there would have been, or hair or anything, has been removed, and there's just these intricate tattoos being inked all over every single separate piece of skin. And they all seem to almost form some sort of like large joined together piece of art, would be the best way to describe it. But they're not actually joined. It looks like several of them are kind of like not completed. They're not finished. At first, it didn't seem too terrible until you spot what appears to be a set of skin that probably belonged to a human.
Hmm.
Oh, good.
Hmm.
Fitting that then you hear something's wrong.
Yeah, literally.
And you immediately hear that. You haven't had a chance to get a little bit of a closer look at the actual human skin, but you could definitely tell that there's something wrong.
Hey,
can-
you're not gonna like this, but Syraxis just said that something's not good over there.
Yeah. Fuck. This definitely doesn't instill a good feeling. Oh fuck. Oh no.
Yeah.
I think we have to go back. ASAP.
I mean, I hate to say it, but we still haven't figured. I mean, yeah, she got tattoos. Definitely, she's the person. I'm assuming.
Cynthia's in danger. Everyone's in danger. We have to go back.
Fine. All right.
Jake,
Yep.
can I do like are those tattoos like do they form like a spell or something?
You can give me an Arcana check.
And I will say, once I sent that to them, I will immediately turn to Saros and basically explain that I don't know what it is. I don't know like how you would describe it, but something's wrong, and it's been wrong ever since that guy's been talking.
In
Should we get
the.
closer?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, should we
I
get
don't think we
closer?
can.
In case-
You wouldn't be able to get
as
any
close
closer.
as I feasibly can.
Yeah,
but-
because the guards are still like they're still blocking the entrance. Like they're not going to
Yeah.
let you in as long as you're like carrying weapons.
Okay.
But at that moment, Zane, as you're thinking about it, you're trying to piece it together, and it's like you feel like you have one piece of the puzzle. You feel like you don't know what the entire puzzle looks like, but it is definitely some sort of ritual. It's some sort of spell. It does something, and it feels familiar. It feels like it's something you've probably seen before, but you don't know why, and you don't know how. How would you have seen this before? That doesn't make any sense. it leaves you genuinely confused in that moment. But if you had more time, you could potentially find out about it. I'm going to give you is this like a quest marker? How do I even give you a quest marker? Basically, if you do a specific amount of research, which is to say, if you spend at least, if you get 7 progress to research this, you will find out what this might be, or what this will be. Sorry, like you will absolutely get an answer.
Like, I have to do it now, or can I just do it like?
No, you can do it at
anytime?
you can do it at any time.
Okay.
But like this is just something that you have now. You should probably put it down in your journal because I am going to forget.
All right. What's it? Weird tattoos.
Weird tattoo research 7 progress. Requires 7 progress. But yeah. It doesn't make any sense, but do you guys get closer to the human skin tattoo, which is like sitting in the centerpiece of it? It looks to be the centerpiece of it.
I feel like we should like maybe take something just so we have like a reference, and it might also like mess with their spell. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously there's all this skin and shit. Is there any like books or anything around? Like maybe like a journal or something that
Give me an investigation check.
Oh Jesus.
You could do
Sure
one
thing.
as well. Yes. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. With the two of you kind of working together and doing this as quickly as you can, given that you've been given the something's going wrong message from Syraxis, the two of you kind of very quickly investigate throughout the cellar, and you find 2 things. Specifically, Eclipse, you find that there is like this bundle of like scrolls that are kind of like pieced together just underneath the actual human skin that you can see. And kind of looking at the human skin, for some reason, the face of this person looks familiar.
Why? Whoa, wait a minute. I don't like that at all.
The reason
What the fuck does that mean?
he looks familiar is because you've seen his face plastered all over a bunch of photos, or sorry, a bunch of posters, because he's the one to be wed to Lakara.
Oh.
You see the son of Lord Eiston Ordon, Volan's skin, stripped, cleaned, and currently hanging off of the wall.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah. If I see that, I immediately use my necklace ascending to send to Syraxis.
I mean,
And I'm just
you are
like-
able to respond.
It's been far too long.
Yeah,
It's
I was
probably
about to
it's
say,
been
it's
more
been
than
a
a
few
minute.
minutes
He
at this
he wouldn't
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, I will use my necklace and I will send to Syraxis to just say, yeah, we definitely got a problem. Groom to be skin flayed her basement real bad.
And that's the message that you get, Syraxis. As you're kind of glancing inside, you can see the groom to be is currently talking, like just kind of like having a bit of a speech, talking about his wonderful wife that he's going to be married to.
Yeah.
Is this one kind
I-
of canned as well?
No, it seems relatively natural, from the best that you can tell.
All right.
Oh, actually, give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Anybody who's listening can give me an insight check to see if how can this is. Why does it sound like the music's not coming through? Is it just me?
It's not playing for me either.
Okay, all right. Let me start this thing. Sorry.
To be fair, I was having a whole thing where I couldn't get back into Foundry for a little bit.
Yeah.
I decided to lower the performance of it so that maybe it would stop disconnecting me from my Wi-Fi.
The lack of music made it even more unsettling.
yeah.
Sorry, what's this insight check for?
This is specifically in regards to the speech that Volan is currently making about Lakara. But yeah, as you guys are kind of like just thinking about it, listening in, and like Darcy, it sounds relatively natural to you. Like I mean, like it just sounds like any other guy who seems to be pretty deeply in love, uh, talking about his wife to be. Celesto, like you can't tell. You don't know. It could be canned. It could be like just the current unnervingness that you feel because Alepha has been kind of almost singled out. It feels wrong, and you're kind of
Yeah.
more focused on that than you are on the speech that is currently
Yeah.
happening.
So it sounds like everything feels wrong, but he's not sure what's happening.
Yeah.
But now you should get ready for a fight
Yeah.
or
Um,
Once I hear that from Eclipse, Tharos would probably notice Thraxus's eyes like slowly widen, and I'm just going to like reach up, grab the necklace, and I'm
Hyper-realistic
gonna
elephant face.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I said I took my mask off a little bit ago, but I'm going to use the necklace and I'm gonna just send to Darcy and just say, see, 25 words. We got big problems. Eclipse found. What's that guy's name? That's giving the speech.
Volan.
Found.
You could also just call him Groom.
Yeah, but found Volan's skin hanging inside her basement. The one on stage, or wherever he's standing on stage on the floor, is an imposter.
Where's the fucking Among Us sound?
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Darcy just very,
Yep,
Yeah,
thank
There
you.
it is.
they
calmly
are.
standing there, looking at apparently
Darcy.
a fucking skinwalker
No,
delivering
you
a
can't say it.
No,
It's
no, no.
question pedestrian. Don't say it.
Darcy. You don't receive that message.
Oh,
no.
oh.
Oh no.
Do I get that it? Because I imagine that with sending, like you can tell that it went through, or did it just like
It just fizzled.
fizzle out?
You're not sure if it fizzled or if he didn't get it. Like you can literally see Darcy at this moment, but it seemed to
Yeah,
have fizzled.
and
or
I was about to say, like,
disappeared.
I look at him, and I notice that he doesn't seem to have any reactions. I feel like that's one of those things where I don't care how good your poker face is. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
an oh shit moment.
Yeah. definitely.
And there's like no reaction, and I just look to Saros, and I'm gonna like basically lean in, and as like low in a whisper as I can, I'm just gonna say, Volan, that is not Volan. Eclipse found
I gotta like,
the real one in the basement, and I tried to tell Darcy, and it didn't go through.
gotta love that there's a skinwalker giving a speech and we've all got AirPods in.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
As this is occurring, the two of you, as you're kind of like looking very concerned, both of you watch as the paladin stands up and starts walking towards you.
Oh.
Walking towards who?
The two of you.
Oh.
Let's go back to the basement and let me tell you. Let me finish. Let me finish telling you what you guys found in the basement.
We're having such great times in the basement. Yeah, let's come
Yeah.
back.
Everything's
Um,
going to shit, everyone panic!
You find a variety of different scrolls that seem to almost match up to the various different tattoos that are currently outlined on the various different like kind of folks or like the various different pieces of skin that you can see on the actual scrolls themselves. Like they seem to be like almost sketches or preliminary sketches. And there's like drafting notes amongst them. What languages can the two of you read? Zane.
Oh, isn't
and...
that a good question?
Zane and Calypso.
Quite a bit actually.
If you could just pop them into chat, I need to check if you guys can speak
Can
this
I?
language.
I don't think I can pop it into chat anymore.
Okay,
You should-
I don't know how to.
If you
won't
go
let me.
into character if you go into
Oh, you can.
languages, oh yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
it
Oh,
won't let
weird.
me.
Okay, well, let's.
A lot.
Yeah, I'm
Probably
looking.
none of
I'm
the ones that
looking.
matter.
I'm looking at your
but-
languages right now. Actually, you do have it.
Oh,
Specifically, you. Actually, I don't. Let me go double check
Oh.
if Zane has it.
What are you looking for?
Just
What
the
language is this?
No, he doesn't have it.
Is it Draconic?
It is Draconic.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Cool. I know Draconic,
no.
but I'm not there. I've got the
Yeah.
Skinwalker in front of me.
Eclipse.
Yeah,
you,
what's up?
because you can read Draconic, can definitively translate quite a lot of this text that's currently written and kind of scribbled down. It almost seems like research notes, transcribing notes. You get a variety of things, and just give me a investigation check just to see how much of it you can get or glean out of
Oh,
like very
boy.
quick checks. I will say
would I
that
be able to
if
have...
I would say that Zane is able to help you in this because he's kind of able to like kind of steer you, drive you in the right direction. Wait, Zane, you're proficient in investigation, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then absolutely he can help you. Advantage. You have
Hey,
advantage. 18. Okay.
18.
It's pretty good. Because as you're scanning through these documents, you get more and more concerned. Because this seems
Oh,
to be
good.
the beginnings of a ritual potentially, like, you're not sure what it's supposed to do, but a lot of what she's written down is just like reverse question mark, and then in other places it's like how to break a seal, or this specific rune will allow certain seals to be broken, and then in other places it says why is Sylvan so hard. And in other different places, you can hear and see like other things that are written specifically. You also see like research papers and various different things specifically focused on portals, specifically focused on dragons, and some of them that are specifically focused on what appears to be like curse breaking or curses in general, restoration of certain things, teleportation magic. It kind of it's a weird amalgamation, and it almost seems like she's crafting this great gigantic spell to do something, and that something seems to require the power, or like to be powered by some sort of suffering. Like there needs to be a certain amount of suffering that needs to be brought forth into the actual spell
Oh,
itself
no.
to be brought into effect. In another place,
I know what.
you actually notice that specific numbers are written out. One of them seems to indicate over 5,000 question mark.
I no longer feel bad about sneaking in the fanny pack of doom.
And
Um,
a bit of a feeling of dread comes over you as you very much realize that the location where this masquerade ball is being held has a capacity for just over 7,000 people.
yeah. I think as soon as like that happens, and knowing how much someone in there Zane seems to care about, this is a booklet, right? Like a little notebook.
Oh, it's like 7 or 8 different booklets.
Okay, cool. Just all of this in 8 different books.
Well,
I
okay,
will grab-
it's more than 8 different books because it's scattered in a bunch of like different research texts, in a bunch of like scrolls.
Gotcha.
Like there is probably in total, like the important stuff you can get in like 7 books, but the like in total, there is like literally hundreds of books, probably hundreds of different
Cool.
scrolls that are just lying around the room itself.
If that is the case, I would like to grab the ones that talk about like the spell and the channeling and shit,
Mhm.
and just like, if they're in books, rip them out of the book.
Yep.
And very tempted to just burn it right then and there, but we'll keep it just in case we need
need
it
evidence.
later. Yeah, exactly. But we'll just kind of like stuff it in his pockets, look at Zane, and say, "How fast can you run? We gotta go now."
Sorry, one last thing. While you were finding all of that with Zane's help, Zane, you found something else as well. You actually found a letter. It is written in Draconic, so Eclipse has to be the one to read it, but what he reads out to you is essentially a letter that specifically is between Lakara and one individual that is just signed SJD. It seems to state that the research progress is going good. Or actually, sorry, it would be it's the other perspective. The other perspective is specifically asking, how is the research progress going? Have you made any headway in regards to our specific goals? Anything on breaking that seal? And then it later says, we are currently heading towards the ruins of that old dwarvish city in the Umberlands. I need an arm. I need something to kill that bastard with. To make him really suffer. Signed SGD.
Stuff that in a pocket as well. It's just like
He needs a what?
let's
Did you say an
go.
arm or an army?
An arm, specifically ARM. And
Okay.
I don't know if Syraxis would have told you. Actually, but Syraxis would know. You do know that Jadoran is missing his right forearm. It was cut off during the escape.
No. Good to know. But yeah, like a fully like we gotta go now. At this point in time, I don't think stealth matters. We gotta go.
Yeah, that makes sense now that I hear the initials on. This is my reaction. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
I was like,
That
wait
was
a
from,
second. I was like, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look like the reaction you would be putting
it
up.
would be
Well, I guess we'll see. Because as the two of you begin to run back to the area, as Syraxis and Saros, the two of you very much realize something is going wrong. You tell them to hurry back, and you take a step forward. You see the bride-to-be pick up the microphone, or the equivalent of a microphone.
an arcane microphone. Sure.
Yeah, an arcade microphone, exactly.
A thaumaturgy stick.
Yeah, thaumaturgy stick. As she
Hey,
says,
good luck. Good luck, Kay. Good luck, Robert.
she says
It's
specifically,
fine. It's fine. I have a yellow bag.
tonight
What about Reggie?
will be a wonderful and memorable night for all. Thank you all for being participants. I need those of you inside to give me an intelligence saving throw. The DC
God.
is 23.
Oh,
I
my.
literally can't make that, Jake.
No.
So
as I-
No.
As I
Okay.
see,
Oh no.
Okay, no, heroic. Fuck you.
Oh, okay. You will
I guess
pass
I
then.
need
do
to
you
make
still
one
have
for
yours,
Reggie.
Kay?
Did I do last time? This is
Uh,
level. Yeah, I'm
level
pretty sure I
5.
have it. Because we
Yeah,
leveled.
Reggie has to roll a nat 20, by the way.
Yeah, you can roll me
Just-
a 1 for Reggie. I will roll 1
Reggie
for
can use
Alepha.
his inspiration too, right? Haha.
I
He
can
does
fully
Does not have
imagine.
one.
I can fully imagine inside Darcy's brain as he's standing there, this effect is coming. There's no brain. I rolled a fucking nat 1, but it's just a little tiny Darcy just flipping off the spell.
I expect nothing less from Darcy. Okay, give me a moment. I'm just making sure Alepha's sheet is correct so that she can actually make this roll.
Boy, I sure do hope she's like a handful of levels into like Artificer or Wizard or even Rogue. Anything with an int save will do.
He's a
No.
wizard.
She is a wizard. You are fully aware that she is a wizard.
Yippee! R.I.P. my boy Reggie, but you know what?
Oh.
Wait, what was the other save that Wizards got? Was it intelligence and con?
It's wisdom int.
Oh, it's wisdom. Oh, it's wisdom. Right.
No, why would they ever give wizards con? Why would they ever?
I don't know. It's for fun, I guess. Let me double check her. Oh, geez, the NPC stat sheet is very different from what I remember. Now I'm confused where everything is. God, you can tell I'm good at this. You know what? I'm just gonna roll it and save. She fucking missed it by one.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
I know.
It's fine. I have the
Jover.
bag.
It's so Jover.
This
Okay,
bag
all of
certainly
you-
isn't just.
heroic.
This bag
all of
certainly
you-
isn't just going to cast 9th level daylight.
All of you immediately take 10 damage psychic.
Oh,
Those of you who saved
Do I?
take half.
Okay.
As the rest of you who are outside watch immediately as the interior of it, in the interior of this building, people just begin screaming. And you actually genuinely watch as about a half dozen heads just pop.
Holy shit!
Well, Jake,
Like
how?
us commoners.
It doesn't matter though, because this is where my actual flaw kicks in.
Wait,
Oh no.
Oh shit, it does.
Yeah, and so I guess before I roll this, I have to assume that she was the one that did that, the one that just spoke.
Almost certainly.
Okay, because I mean Thraxus isn't smart when it comes to magic, so he's just going. That's going to be his target then if I fail.
You also see that she does have a very large smile underneath that veil she's got on.
Yeah, let me check and see what my DC for this is. Because this is the first time I've had the roll at DC 8 plus Wisdom plus Prof. So
Oh yeah, this is the first time you've had to roll this, eh?
it'd be a 16 is what I have to roll.
Mm.
I wish I had. I
think.
wish I had my psychic lance. I could just fucking incapacitate her here.
Oh, thank
Oh!
God.
Ooh.
Oh!
Okay,
Big roll.
pretty good. Pretty good. So you can
Then,
still
yeah.
decide on what you want to do at this moment, but that is where I'm calling this session.
Ugh.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's time
Okay,
for
so I
combat.
just want to clarify: was it just his skin that they found, or did they actually like find his body
No, it was just his skin.
labeled?
No,
Jesus Christ.
it wasn't labeled. You just saw his face.
Oh, okay.
Terrifying.
Yeah, no, my internet was spotty during that time. I think.
No, it's okay. I totally understand. I'm happy to like reiterate
Fucking-
anything that might have happened.
The
But
fucking tattoo artist made a skinwalker. What the fuck?
How far away is her house from the thing again, the venue? You said like 5
30
minutes?
it is a 30-second sprint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you're dashing, it's like 30 seconds away. The reason it took
Yeah,
like
I got
5-10
100
minutes.
feet.
Yeah, the reason it took like 5-10 minutes for you guys to get there was because you guys were really trying to be sneaky.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Because I got
Yeah,
100
guess,
feet
like-
of movement.
I guess the question is
feel like-
how, like, when will they arrive? Because I don't imagine that occurred right as they started the walkout.
Oh,
Well, no, because
Well, I
because
would say
when-
they'd probably arrive like maybe 15 seconds after.
yeah, because
like-
put it into
like 3 rounds.
perspective.
Like
Three
3
Put
rounds.
it into perspective. While you were listening and everything, and I had just told you, was when we found all the books and shit.
Yeah.
So it'd be after that.
Yeah, and they had to basically like you told them to run, and they basically fucking sprinted out. Also, Reggie took 10 damage. Boom.
Oh yeah, true.
It's okay. I
But
I
question-
already noted it.
Oh.
Hey, Jake, question.
What's up?
Did the guards take that crystal flute?
That was yours
Eclipse
Flute?
handed it to
or
me
Eclipse's?
to check it, and I was holding on to it because he didn't have a use for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not magical.
I know.
No, they didn't take it.
Cool. I have a spell focus.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, you do.
Oh,
I'm a
True.
fucking bard, baby. I don't do many bard
True.
things, so you forgot.
You're welcome.
I told
You're
no.
welcome,
like
Robert.
to be
You're
fair,
welcome.
to be fair, the guards would not have known either. They would have just been like, "It's a flute. Let them fucking take it. I don't give a shit." So yeah, that would be fine. Yeah.
I am the most equipped person here in the building.
Allow me to introduce
While I'm in the
myself.
building.
Oh
Yeah, get the
boy.
fuck in here, Siraxis. I swear
Oh,
to
I have
God,
a
I
paladin
need a
that's
guy.
gonna square up with me, so
I'm pretty sure the paladins will all agree that people's heads exploding is not a good thing, and they will.
well, I don't know.
leave
He
you alone.
is.
Yeah,
I
that's
will
a
say
question.
once that starts happening, does the paladin suddenly divert to being like, "Oh, that's not good," or is he
Oh
still
yeah.
focused on
He
me?
turns around. No, he turns around and goes,
Okay.
"What in the
Okay, I was
gods?"
about to say, 'cause in my mind, I thought he was like in on it and that he was about to like try and fuck me up to prevent me from going in there. But I imagine that once it's like he sees that, he looks at me, and like we have like that paladin to paladin communication, like oh.
Yeah, in his mind, in his head, he basically like the two of you give each other a look, and he goes, "I'll deal with you after. This is more important. See ya."
People's
note of
heads
question,
are
by the way.
exploding.
The person he's supposed to be guarding, did she also just straight up die?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
Though she
Did-
is bleeding heavily from both nostrils.
Out of
Okay.
curiosity, did Cynthia's head go pop?
It did not.
Good.
She is
Okay.
bleeding.
Have a level-
She
Let the
is
tea
bleeding
sink.
from one of her nostrils.
What about
Oof.
my girl Atney?
Atney's fine.
Good.
I want to imagine she's just untouched.
She's not untouched, mind you. Literally everyone in that room was affected in some ways. So, like the majority of you, if you saved, you have basically like a heavy nosebleed. If you didn't save, there's a lot of blood coming out of orifices that probably should not be coming out of. Or alternatively, your head went kapoof. So yeah. It's not going to be a good time for a lot of them, I don't imagine. Anybody that I mentioned specifically by name or by like notability did not die immediately.
Good.
Okay,
The
yeah.
halfling guy didn't go in, right?
Nope,
He
the
stayed
halfling guy is still
outside?
outside. Yeah, he's still outside.
Okay. I imagine he's like, oh,
I wonder what his reaction is to all this.
I didn't sign up for this.
I'll tell you right now, if you're glancing in his direction, you can see that like his skin is normally relatively tan. He is like deathly pale at that moment. You can see his mouth is agape. His eyes are like as wide open as they possibly be, as they possibly can be, and like he is immediately moving into a flight position because
Yeah.
he's like, "Fuck that shit." You see him leave. You see him just fucking sprint away.
If you had to estimate, because I'm sure that basically as you mentioned, anyone who's like named obviously probably would survive at the very least. How many of these poor stats out of the theoretical 5,000 here are now currently bodies on the floor that we have to traverse through?
Just over 1,000.
All things
That's
considered.
difficult terrain.
still fucking Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Is that difficult terrain, dead bodies?
Oh, absolutely, it's
I mean,
difficult terrain.
at that point.
Because of that, actually, you know what? Before I end the session officially, all of you can give me a religion check.
Oh.
I assume all of the ones that are there.
Anybody who is there, yes.
Hey.
I will say that you two would be able to make this like when you arrive anyways, so you can roll it now as well.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hey Jake, what
let me
do
see
I
if
know?
can Get back in the game.
Don't worry, it'll be quite a bit. Sorry. Yeah,
Yay.
I know you've probably like closed the tab or whatever, but
I've
I'm just this
left
is
the
last.
game.
This is the last thing I'm gonna ask of you guys.
Wait, sorry, even I can make it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. A religion check, yeah. Like
You won't know this information until you get there, but
Yeah, exactly. Like you won't recall any of this until you get there. But anybody who wants to can make a religion check. Unfortunately, Saros and Siraxis, I'm gonna have to tell you that you guys don't know anything.
Don't worry, I'll probably be
Celestine's
joining you real
19 is
soon in
not
that.
bad. Celestine's 19 is not bad. Zane's 11 is unfortunate that you don't make the mark.
Oh boy, religion. I'm so
Actu-
good at intelligence-based checks.
I feel like, you know what? I'll give it to you, Celesta. Your adventurer
Sounds about
parents would
right.
have probably told you about this before, but
So the people inside have the relevant information.
yeah, because Darcy, Celesta,
that's
the two of you
good.
thinking about it realize that just over 1,000 people died almost instantly. This is potentially going to get really, really bad religiously. Because there is 2 demon lords. One of them is known as the Demon Lord of Death. And whenever an event where there is a large amount of death, it is said that they will make an appearance.
Oh god.
Does
real
1,000
good
count
thing
as
only the two of you know
does
that.
1,000 count as a lot?
In relative proportions to how many people there are on Illyria, absolutely. Especially if it's 1,000 simultaneous.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like 1,000. It's like 1,000. Is 1,000 over like a week in a war a lot? Not really. Is 1,000 a lot in terms of like 1,000 people just dropping dead in the middle of the mall? Yeah, that's concerning.
Especially
Yeah,
if it
but-
happened over the period of maybe like a second and a half.
But it's
Okay.
okay
Oh.
because the Demon Lord of Death only comes when there's 1,001 deaths, right?
Oh yeah, true. So
Well,
we
didn't
missed
they
that
say
one.
like above 5,000? So
Well, there's 5,000
we
people
have a
in
way
there,
to
but only
go.
about 1,000 died. Only about 1,000 people in that room were like level 0 pussies. So.
Yeah,
Oh.
requirements not met, Jake.
Don't worry, because this isn't a one-time effect.
Oh.
Okay.
You'll figure that out next time when we go into initiative.
You see, Jake, that's not the words I wanted to hear.
No, I imagine it's not.
Looking for more encouraging words.
You guys can do this. I believe in you.
I really want to know what happens, but I don't think I can play next week.
On this
Ooh.
cliff